Take two. Let's try this again. Let me see if I can share this here. I don't know if I can or not. Anyway. Look for the comments. There we go. Hey, voices. Hi, Nancy. Crime with a K. Did anybody happen to catch old Lion Tigger's video just now? So much for Tristan, huh? Or was it Christian? Tristan or whatever, you messed it up. Well, she's going to be pissed off when she sees this, right? He don't need it. Remember? He don't need it. I don't need it no more. Guess he needs it now. It was ridiculous. Little Arnolina in there sitting there cheering him on. Charlie cheering him on. Jamie over there cheering him on. Are you for real? I seen your comment that got deleted. You didn't miss shit except for more of, Ernie's rhetoric. That's it. It was ridiculous. He's not doing drama, guys. He's not doing drama. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. I don't need it, guys. I don't need drama. Gets you nowhere. Drama just gets you in circles. Crime with a K said thought he was done with YouTube, and his live title just gaslight me. What even is reality anymore? It's ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous, if it wasn't scary, it would be funny. I mean, people think I troll Ernie just to troll Ernie, and because I don't like him. No, the man actually thinks he rescues children, and to me, that's dangerous. And I could go even farther to say, now I don't think that this is what's happening, because I don't believe really that Ernie traffics children. But what better ruse to use to traffic children than to say you rescue children? If you get caught with said children, all you got to do is say, I'm rescuing them. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And now, King of the Streets, Jamie, who came to YouTube to fight Ernie, was over there saying, can you imagine it? Jamie and Lightning Tiger together one more time. We can do it. My memberships are on hold because I've got to get a better, my credit card, I don't know what's wrong with it. It said that I have to update my payment method. So I guess for today, Cash App is Connie KR68. If anyone wants to put that in there every now and then, it don't matter if you do, you can't even want to. But as I said, coming from the person Ernie, who's nothing but drama. Yes, coming from the person that created all this drama. But remember, it wasn't that long that he said what? Tristan would be so mad at him if she found out that he was doing YouTube. Don't he have a $3.5 million deal to get to? But you know what the real miracle was? Izzy Pop was in his chat, people. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Like someone said yesterday, praise Jesus. Ernie Shell can walk, and Izzy Pop has recovered from a stroke out of ICU. Hallelujah. Remember, Izzy Pop wasn't going to do drama anymore. She was so traumatized with this community, she quit. Just had a stroke. Was it yesterday or the night before? Hasn't been 24 hours anyway. She just had a stroke for the drama, and she plants her ass in Ernie Shell's chat. By God, that is a miracle. Like Biddy said, the Lord is king. Here, Biddy, if you want to come up today, I'll pay attention to make sure that I don't ignore you. I didn't know that little thing was supposed to make a noise. It's just, like when Ernie was coming back, all I wanted to say. I can remember that going to church with Grandma and on Easter, and they'd always say, "He has risen." The preacher would say, "He's risen," and the congregation would say, "He is risen indeed." That's just not to make light of religion, but don't want God to strike me dead. But oh Lord, that's probably not the right link because I think I just put a C on the end of it. I'll post it again. Oh no, maybe that is the right link. Try that link if you want to come up, Benny, or anybody else. Yeah, amen. And how much did Nicolina collect yesterday? How much did Nicolina collect for Izzy Pop because she was so distraught and down? They collected $400. And Nicola said she ain't gonna stop. And Ernie's like, Did you see Nicolina say that? She's coming for you. Boy, I'd hate to be on her list. Well, I think I was on her list. Don't mean shit to me. So I had bad credit 20 years ago. Nobody cares. I never fucked off my children's full ride scholarship. Nope, wasn't me. Linda said, so Izzy was in Ernie's chat. Is that what I heard you say? Yes, she was. She was not only in Ernie's chat, she was all up in Ernie's chat. But then she had the typical Izzy comment where nobody talked about her, nobody left because of her. But then you had the typical Izzy comment, it's okay, Ernie, I'll go so you're not distracted. She had her typical comment, I'll go, Ernie, so your chat isn't distracted. I'll go. So everybody can say, oh, poor Izzy, don't go. Izzy, we love you. Please don't go. Tracy, Constance, and Chad at Doctors Listening. Voice said, and she was in chat last night also. I know. Didn't I just see Nicolina say she's left this community. She's left the community. She's done with it. She's done with all the drama. All this drama is what caused her the problem. I hope she stays out of the community. And then does she go to somebody like, I'm going to say, I don't know, because I always use these two for good measure, but Gray Hughes or Chasing Truth, or Chasing Justice. Does she go there just to listen about true crime and chill out? No. She plants her ass in Ernie Shell's drama chat. Excuse us, Izzy, for thinking you're a fraud. Magic Mouse said, wow, and I see you yesterday at Out Today. Yes, just a miracle. And right back in the drama. Right back in the drama. Are you real? So full of shit. She absolutely is. And Nicolina is too. And she's coming for us. She's coming for us. Yep. And Ernie's over there cheering her on, and Jamie's over there cheering him on, and they're all just over there just being such little lion tiggers. It's not funny. Ridiculous. Tracy said, tattoo, the same thing happened to me the other night. Like Ash canceled StreamYard. I didn't know it. To cancel on YouTube. Oh. I'm learning all this crap. Like my battery charged all night last night, and I think I woke up to 42%. And I think it's 39%. It's a piece of shit. Voices behind the shit said, I think it was strange that rap got... Edith, go. Just a second. Get my dog off the bed. Okay, let's go back there. I'll try not to get an hour and a half behind in the comments today, too. Voices said, I think that was strange that Rap got that money, and then the very next day she collects a whole bunch of money. I think that was strange that Rap got that money, and Liv's got that money. Oh, yeah. And then the next day she collects something. Oh, yeah. And you can hear Ernie today. He is still pissed off about the island. And now he's going to use his old grift of, we're going to raise all these money for people. What you people don't understand is what he does. If Ernie raises $300 for somebody, he has collected probably 1,000. But you can't verify who he's collected this money for. Just like Itchy Puss. If you don't want to hear me talk about you, Itchy, then don't tune into my channel. But him and like Itchy Puss could be in on a scam where Itchy Puss comes and says she needs $300 for whatever new tools, and then they collect the money. Itchy Puss gets 150 and Ernie gets 150. There's no transparency. Montana Maid said, "How could he act like he's not wanted? No legal problems. Then back their bullshit behavior." Exactly. You know what the real creep thing was? He started his live by saying, "My son called me. My son called me today, and he said, 'Dad, I'm sorry.' For one, that's bullshit. If your son called you and said he was sorry, the thing you should have said was, 'Morning, Queen Ashley.' The thing you should have said was, 'Son, you have nothing to be sorry for.'" You know what he said? He told his son, "It's all right, son. It's all right." Yeah. Um, what was it just not too long ago, 2 days ago? He said, "I'm not going back to Kentucky." Well, I don't think your ex is going to send her son with you anywhere, let alone anywhere where you're wanted. Now, I know all you little lion tiggers are watching me, so think about it. Use your critical thinking. Use your critical thinking. Would you send your child with somebody that's wanted? Why doesn't Ernie take me up on my offer to go live for Madison County, Kentucky Sheriff Department? I want him to go in there and say, "Am I wanted?" I said I'd raise the money to fly him there, clear from Arkansas, air quotes. I'll fly him there. Montana Mate said he's going to jail, isn't he? Oh yeah, eventually he will. Yeah. But see, he's seen Duke do it. Duke has charges in Kentucky, and Duke just left Kentucky and never went back. So Ernie's taking a play out of Duke's playbook. But the thing with that is, Ernie is not self-sustainable. Ernie has to have a woman or his family. So he's going to have to come back to Kentucky sometime. He makes a fortune helping people. How the hell does that work? Yeah, right. That's what he said. I hope Paul Liberator still has his job. Anyone heard? No, I haven't heard. I haven't heard him. I'm going to take that as good news because probably maybe he's at work that way. We don't know. Ask the kid's mother. Well, I'm going to leave that up to Jimbo because Jimbo has a relationship with her, and I don't know her, and I'm sure she's freaked out enough by many people on here calling her about Ernie Shell's stupid shit. So I'm just going to leave that up to Jimbo to talk to her because he knows her in real life. Are you real? Says she hates him. That's what I thought. Tracy said, "Ma's supposed to know. Email me when she knows." It's all crap. But Ernie can't take care of himself. Bridget said, "So let me get this correct. Ernie streamed today." Yes, ma'am, he did. He sure did. Is Duke a felon? I don't know. I don't know Duke's past record. I think the charges that he was looking at in Kentucky were felony charges, but I'm not sure. I just know that Ernie called Duke and said, so what'd they do? Did they come looking for you? Montana May said, "Exactly. And Tina lost everything, which I could care less, but one word about 5,000. Well, Jimbo said when he called the prosecutor or Ernie's attorney, one of the two, I forgot, they said that Kentucky's not real big on keeping somebody's bond. So I don't know. I don't know. I think Tina's still drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm sure Ernie's told her, just like he's told everybody else, I've got it rescheduled. If it was rescheduled, by PG Karma, if it was rescheduled, it would be on the Madison County website, and it's not rescheduled. So that tells you that he's still, wanted. But Tina's going to drink that Kool-Aid. I mean, even Tina sees it right with her own eyes. And Tina lost the money, and Tina's just drinking the Kool-Aid still. So, whatever. But the thing is, it wasn't only Tina's money. I don't know who all. Donated to that. And I don't know what conditions they donated under. I guess I would assume that Ernie's Ghost, I love Kool-Aid. I bet you do. I was guessing that they would say you'll get their money back. But them people over there were so deep in it that they're like, no, Ernie, just keep my money. Just keep my money. Are you for real? Said basically saying he's back and going to be a help people channel. Basically, he's back with a scam. Exactly. Absolutely, exactly. All of them. I thought he didn't pass that torch to Charlie. I thought it was Charlie's time. Yep, we got traders over there and Nicolina just sitting in there. My Lord. There's just some things I won't do. I won't ever lose my children's full ride scholarship to Michigan State University to be a troll. Nope, not going to do that. And another thing I'm not going to do, no matter how bad I don't like somebody or I want to, get at somebody, you will never see me in there kissing Ernie Shell's ass. It just won't happen. It's embarrassing. But if you're an Ernalina, you can't really expect any less from her, right? Voices said, so if Ernie is back, then what happens to Charlie K? He was supposed to be the next lightning tiger, pig farming fugitive. You're right. I don't know. Charlie, but see, Charlie's one of them guys that will say, eat a spoonful of shit and say, thank you, sir. May I have another? Ernie, can you shit on me some more? He used Charlie's channel to harass Alicia. It's exactly what he did. Ernie told Alicia, girl, you need to come on here and explain yourself about this phone call because I can't hold my tigers off anymore. My tigers don't want to go after you, girl. You need to come on here and explain yourself about the phone call. What he meant was, girl, you need to come on here and explain yourself about telling your truth about me because my lightning tigers are wanting to go after you. That's exactly what he said. I got the email. She needed to get on there and explain herself because he couldn't hold back his tigers no more. Steffer said, how could he help others when he can't help himself? Exactly. Right. You want to raise some money? Why don't you raise some money for your son, your child support you didn't pay? That you started your life, your rights away. I do not believe. Are you for real? Said, did you notice that Traders is his mod now? Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is how. Okay. Let's just think about this. Let's go back to Kimmy. Then let's go to Trainwreck. And then let's go to Rose. And then let's go to Rosie. And then let's go to Jamie. And now Ernie. Do you see a common denominator? The triggered twats, my word or somebody else's word that I picked up on for the mean girls, because they're not mean girls. They're grown-ass women. They're triggered twats. Triggered twats. They came to the rescue of Kimmy, and Kimmy ended up going through hell. They came to the rescue of Trainwreck, and Trainwreck ended up going through hell. They came to the rescue of Rose, and Rose ended up through hell. They came to the rescue of Rosie, and she's kind of went through hell, but I don't think it's over yet because they're just started. They went to the rescue of Jamie. Jamie's went through hell. They came to the rescue of Izzy, and Izzy's going through hell. Now they're coming to the rescue of Ernie. What do you think is going to happen? They go into those chats as the rescuer. They create fake accounts, doxing people, and then they'll say, we got rid of them. We are such good people. We got rid of those doxing accounts, knowing that they did it themselves. Then they'll make fake accounts of what they perceive as the other side to harass. And then they'll make just fake accounts to harass and laugh in the back chat. They get off on this bullshit. You know, it's a common denominator. Just it's clear as day if you've been around long enough. Peak Warrior said, he's a saint now. He is not for the doxing, but how many victims did he leave? Look what he did to No Lies Broken into her account, and he's garbage. Yeah, somebody said, Ernie, are you for doxing someone that has children? And Ernie's like, well, basically what he said was, and repeat all his jibber jabber, was, yeah, if you ask for it, and if what they mean by ask for it is, if you went up against him or Nicolina, then yeah, he don't care. He don't care if someone comes to your house and snatches your child. He don't care about the children. You asked for it. And by ask for it, it meant you talked bad about him on the internet. Linda said, Constant Chainsaw Sue has someone say, how is Sarah today? I haven't talked to her today. I seen her in Benny's chat last night, and she was just chatting. I think she's just taking a break from, she don't want to see all the crap said about her because it upsets her. So she's just, she's just going to stay away where she sees it. And you can't blame her. You can't blame her. I mean, this is where Nicolina gets off on her sick bullshit. Like I said before, notice she didn't do this shit to Leslie. Notice she hasn't done this to anybody that said, come on, bitch, come for me. No, she won't do it to them. She's going to do it to people like Sarah that don't cause no drama. And she knows Sarah don't cause no drama. So how's it gonna get a reaction out of somebody? She's gonna cause drama with somebody that don't cause drama. Just to get a reaction. This has nothing to do with Mama T. This has nothing to do about her vindicating her family. This is all about her getting somebody triggered so she can get off on the drama. That's all it is. This is the woman that made a fake Black American, a Black African American woman's account to go into Black Lives Matter Facebook pages to trigger people and to spy. Who does that? Who does that? She does that. This is the woman that posted on her Facebook, not now, honey. Mommy's busy trolling the mayor. And thought it was funny. She's not right in the head. And Ernie said, boy, if Nicolina comes for you and she's got a pencil in her hand, you're done, man. You're done. You're done. Well, she's came for me. I'm not done. You came for me, Ernie, and you're not done. Virginia said, Linda Fontaine, I caught some of the BS regarding Sarah yesterday. Was busy cooking for the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. I sure hope Sarah isn't watching. I want Sarah to watch me, but I don't want Sarah to hear all this crap. But I want people to know about this crap. She says that she is called CPS because she doesn't think that Sarah is capable of taking care of a special needs child. She said she did that. Now, whether she's done it, I don't know. If she says it and she gets a trigger reaction out of somebody, she'll probably leave it at that. Maybe. I don't know. But if she doesn't get a trigger reaction, then she'll go to the next step and she'll call them. Voices Behind this shit said they created a disaster so they can save someone from it to gain their trust and then work their way in. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. And you know why they got to work their way in and they rescue people? Because it's easier to troll people and to get off their little jollies if they have a cause. Remember when I couldn't figure out why she was always championing Izzy. Like no matter what anybody said, she's like, well, you're doing to Izzy. I'm like, well, it had nothing to do with Izzy. Why is she always bringing up Izzy? She had to have a cause. She had to have some kind of cause to go after. So it was Izzy. And now it's Mama T. She can't just go out there and be a complete troll. Oh, and I seen another method to her madness last night. So I've seen her go in these chats and try to, win friends and influence people. And she was in Jim Terry's chat the other day. And I was like, okay. Well, then I seen people go make comments on her page that said, hi, Jim Terry sent me. So here's her goal now. She's getting new viewers from Jim Terry. That's why she's saying all this crap that she'll have to have proof of, because she knows that there's new people coming in, and new people don't require receipts. They'll be like, oh, really? And that's true. But the problem with that, Ernalina, is people see through it. It might take them a while. They'll go there and say, think you're a star for a while. But the more they're around, the more they see your bullshit. And then they leave you. And then they go to where somebody's being honest and has receipts. And so that in turn ends up with me getting more subscribers, Jimbo getting more subscribers, Rap getting more subscribers, Voices Behind the Shit getting more subscribers, Chasing Justice getting more subscribers. So thank you, Ernalina. It's a roundabout way of getting subscribers, but thank you. Sever said he's trusting people that helped him into this position. Absolutely. And you know why then people are helping him? They're hoping to stroke his ego enough, which is all they got to do, because Ernie's, a schmuck. Oh, did you hear him say, good thing about being in the hospital was I got my waist down to a 6-pack. Good. Then maybe you could post a real picture and Lori will have to start drawing you as a cartoon black man, like Benny said in that one video. What the hell you got that black man up there for? God, I think that was all balled up beside you video too. I don't know. Somebody should clip that because that shit was hilarious. Sweet Robin said, this isn't helpful for my headache. I'm sorry, honey. Voices Behind the Shit said, good morning, Fizz Craig, Tattoos Unicorns, Letta Fontaine, all that came in. Yes, good morning. Tracy says, Tattoo, yes, I'm not getting notifications, so I missed the live two times. YouTube sucks. Well, I don't know. I think it's probably me that sucks, because I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to use StreamYard today, because StreamYard, I don't know why, it drains my battery. I'll just go live on YouTube. So I went live on YouTube and I still couldn't see comments. I don't know how the hell to use it. I need to get 2 devices. I need to go get a new phone. And no, I don't want nobody to send me a new phone. I don't want nobody to send me money for a new phone. I can do that on my own. But this would be an example of dry begging. Geez, if I only had a new phone. Yeah. See, that is how you ask for something without asking for something. I was trying to get that through the D-Boss. And then some sweet person in the chat will say, oh, honey, do you need a new phone? Here, let me get you a new phone. No, I don't want anybody to send me a new phone. I want to earn my new phone because I appreciate it more. Anything that you work for, like next month with my YouTube check, I'll get a new phone. Anything you work for means more. It just does mean more. If anybody, sends me anything or super chats me anything, I want them to do that for my content, not because they think I, need something. Chiquita, quit. Go. Virginia said, Linda Fontaine, I caught some of the BS regarding Sarah yesterday. I already went over that. Am I way behind again? Dang. How do I do that? I think I scroll and then get off there. Okay, went through that one. Peak Warrior said, yes, how many homes have you had? He's got a lot of nerve calling Jimbo out on the number of moves he's had from a man he squats at a woman's home. Exactly. See, I was going to just go over his video, but I can't chat with you when I do that. And that drives me crazy. I want to chat with you. I want to interact with people as I'm going over. I don't want to just talk to myself That's just, I mean, I'm going to have to do it, I suppose, for a while, but that was my thought too. He said, how many times has Jimbo moved in the last 5 years? Well, Ernie Shell, at least he had a home to move from and he paid the rent from. How many homes have you had? Um, Lisa's, Sarah's, Tiffany's, China's, Maga's, Jimbo's, Phil's, and that's 7. And I haven't gone back 7 years, so I don't know. Rosie's in 5 years. 19, 19, 20, 20, 20. Yeah, Rosie's was 2018, so it's got Rosie's. Yeah, can't remember all the women. But Ernie, you ain't never done anything on your own without a woman. Nothing. Let's see. Hi, Trixie's Creations. And hi, anybody I missed coming in. Just for you, J Law. Yep, exactly what he's doing, and justifying her disgusting behavior. Yeah, they're over there saying doxing's okay. Doxing's okay if you earn or you ask for it. If you do something against Nicolina or Ernie, then sure, let's put your children in harm's way. Sure, we don't care. We rescue and we care about the children. Did you hear that disgusting pedo song he played? That was disgusting. I don't even want to hear it. But Ernie Shell's going to do what makes Ernie Shell successful. The organism does what makes the organism successful. And he's going to do the same shit that he's done. He's going to come on YouTube and scam. Well, at least Shannon still has material for the House Husbands of Kentucky, the Real House Husbands of Kentucky. Thank goodness the series won't end now. I was worried about that. If you haven't subbed up to the Shannon 681, if anybody has her link, y'all got to sub up to her. She does hilarious parodies, and she keeps up with the House Husbands of Kentucky. And it's funny. And now that Jamie's in there with Ernie, I mean, oh my gosh, I can't wait for her next episode. That's going to be good. Can you imagine teaming up with Ernie Shell for anything? Especially when you come to YouTube. Especially when you come to YouTube to expose Ernie Shell. So that tells me you were either fake when you came to YouTube to expose him, or you're okay with him being a creep now and you're going to team up with him. Which is it, Jamie? Ernalina? Which is it? And why did you come to YouTube? It's like, when I expose Ernie, it's because I'm really concerned that he says he rescues children, knowing that he has 0 skills to rescue a frog. Now, I am not going to sit over there and blow smoke up the man's ass to where he thinks that he can still rescue children. So Jamie, Nicolina, Ernalina, Traders, Redstone. I don't know who else is over there that I recognize that, help expose him. But so what are you saying now? Are you saying that everything you said about him and everything you found out about him is okay? Please explain. I'm confused. Or are you going to say, oh, we just grew up and we, put our differences behind us? Okay, so does that mean it's okay to be a fake scammer now? Stolen valor? It's okay to be that now because you're friends? Because you hate Jimbo? Y'all hate Jimbo? So it's okay now that Ernie can go out and say he rescues children and he don't? Which could put children in harm's way? Okay. Just for you, Virginia said, YouTube only allows like 3 notifications to go out in 24 hours. So it's costed several lives yesterday. Most people probably didn't get a notification for this one. You probably didn't. No. And yeah, I understand that. You know what? I'm getting spoiled. Making a clip, like those little shorts I made yesterday, took just a few minutes. If I made a clip of those, it literally would take me all day. So I just putting out those little clips like that. But you're right. I think it only gives you 4. So you just have to look for my goofy ass to be on here. Um, I've seen someone said back here, but they don't care about Sarah's heart and her disabled child. No, man. No, man. It's war. Yeah. Yeah. And Izzy has put herself in the drama. Izzy took somebody's address. Somebody sent her a Christmas gift. They were so kind to her that they sent her a Christmas gift. And she turned around and got the address from that Christmas gift and she doxed them. And she doxed them at the same time they were giving the woman hell about her military husband that committed suicide. It doesn't get any sicker than that. Maybe, Izzy, maybe your heart problems is because your inside's eating you. I couldn't live with myself if I did that shit. No way. Nope. Rap didn't do anything to anybody. But let's just this back. Rap may have done something to somebody, but I don't think he did anything that bad. But for damn sure, Smoky Mountain Mama didn't. Her children didn't. Her her husband, who is deceased now from suicide, didn't. And you put that out there to be part of the Mean Girls to get along. Yeah, maybe the internal, maybe you do have a heart and it was eating you alive. So maybe that's what put you in the hospital. You think? I don't know. 777 needs to worry about her juvenile delinquent. Yes, it's probably coming up. It's her karma. Pink Warrior said he has no home, no money, not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. This is his new reformed preacher man scam for $1. Absolutely. Yep. And who is it? Jody and Not My Monkey and all them will be like throwing the money at him. Okay, you go, girls. You go. But you know what? We'll welcome you over here when you see the light. I'm not gonna, the only person I wouldn't welcome over here is Ernalina and Mama T. Cushy, yeah, some of them people, Peachy, yeah. Some of the people just, there's too much, no. And more than anything, your let's make up, kiss and make up, I see the light is be fake, so I don't want to have fake. But Jody and all those other women over there, when you see the light and each person sees it in their own time. I don't know what it is about cult-like behavior, but I've learned that you can't push people to see the light. You just have to keep putting the information out there, and eventually they'll see it. They want to see it. So when y'all see it, you're welcome to come over here. But I just hope you see it sooner than later because, that's your money. And your money could be going. Just think about this. There are legitimate child rescue organizations out there. Your money could legitimately go in to save a child, if that's what you're about, instead of Ernie's pockets so he can eat at Cracker Barrel, so he can not have a job. Tell me, how does that man make his money if he don't work? If he ain't living off a woman, and he's not using your money to eat at Cracker Barrel, tell me, how does he make his money? Now, what he's going to tell you is it's a secret Unit 8 operation and he can't tell anybody. But we know that's crap because Alicia Turner, who doesn't lie, has no reason to lie, said that when she got to his house, when he got to her house, he said, yeah, my Unit 8 is putting me up in a motel room. I just haven't got the check yet. Okay. And as time went on, that check never came. Alicia fed him. Charlie K, because I know you're watching, do think about that. Why would Unit 8, Special Forces of Liberty, put Ernie up in a shitty ass motel and then not even pay for his shitty ass motel and then not pay him? Dang, that's not a way to treat Superman, is it? That's pretty shitty treatment. Or Charlie, think about it. Is it a scam? He had to stay with Alicia. And who got him to Florida? Pretty sure it was Tiffany's money. that got him to Florida. Are you for real? Said, yep, MM and Rude, she's learning already. Oh. Just for you said, she had Jim Terry on panel last week to trash Doug. Doug is foul, but he hasn't done a damn thing to Seven. It's all for subs along with that chat with that. Absolutely. That's what it is. And you know what she's trying to do? She's trying to get people from them to come over and listen to her to go hate on Jimbo, because her people are going down. Like I said yesterday, I don't want to name the two people. I wish I could, but I'll just say that I've noticed at least two people that used to be over there not long ago that are in my chat now, and in Southern Girls chat. Southern Girl and I had an issue just last week over Jimbo, but I took Kipper's advice and I watched her live from yesterday, and it was full of truth. It really was. And I seen people in her chat that just last week were supporting Ernie. And then last night in Jimbo's chat, someone popped up. Hey, Alicia, that's fine. Welcome. In Jimbo's chat, there was somebody that was in her chat not long ago, and it was in Jimbo's chat. And she said she was welcome, glad to be back. So it's one person at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. So she could go over there and get all them subs from No Thanks, and get all them subs from Jim Terry. Have them come over and watch you. And when they realize you're full of shit and you don't produce any receipts for anything you say and you're a liar. Oh, especially when you stream me. I love it when you stream me, because when you stream me, I can finally talk to your people. I don't get to go on your panel without you shutting me up. But when you stream me, happy, happy, joy, joy, because I get to talk to your people without you kicking me backstage. And when I talk to your people, they're like, what? That's my Ernie show. What? Wow. They're like, wow. Idiot. Today was just goofy as hell. Sever said, just to knock him again. Honestly, isn't there some reward for Ernie? But they're trying to win his trust to turn him in. Yes, there is. Benny said, and I don't know, I haven't confirmed it with him, but right now confirmed between Rap, Benny, and Jimbo, and I think somebody else, but I can't remember the fourth person, maybe even five. Good morning, guys. Night Stalker. Hi. Good morning, Night Stalker. Between those three and two more that I can't remember because I don't want to name them and get them wrong. But yes, there is a $3,000 reward for the whereabouts of Ernie Shell. Now, they don't want you to call them, because they're not wanting to stalk him or harass him. If you know where Ernie Shell is for sure, or you see Ernie Shell, all you have to do is call the police department for the town you live in and say, hey, I know where Ernest Max Shell is. He is wanted in Madison County, Kentucky for failure to appear on theft charges. I think it's over 10,000, but I'm not sure. And destruction of property. Kentucky has said they will pick him up. So don't call people, because the object isn't to stalk him or harass him. Call your local police department and tell them where he's at so they can get eyes on him. Have them call Madison County, Kentucky Sheriff's Department, confirm the warrant, because if you pick somebody up before confirming their warrant and it's not good, that's kidnapping. So whoever picks him up, if it's a bounty hunter or sheriff, you have to go confirm the warrant, and they will confirm the warrant, and then they can pick him up. Don't approach him, because we don't know what the fool will do. Right? We don't know what the fool will do. Don't approach him. Don't try to play hero. Just call your police department. Have them call Madison County, Kentucky Sheriff Department. And then after you do that, I was going to say, I don't know if you could do this anonymously or not, but you have to have some receipt that your call is what got him arrested. So if you can prove that your call was the call that got him picked up, then you get a hold of Benny or Jimbo or Rap. You can go to their channels. If the mod wants to drop any of their channel links so people know where to go, you get a hold of them and you said, hey, I just, gave this information. If your information gets Ernie Shell picked up, collect $3,000. Then today in Ernie's chat, and I don't know if Benny was just, talking shit or not, but Benny upped the reward. So, and I don't know if he was just teasing, or not, but yeah, he upped the reward. We'll have to see what Benny comes through with. But now he's going to tell you, okay, anybody knows, anybody on the run, they're not going to tell you where they're at, right? No. Ernie's like, I already told you what state I'm in. Ernie Shell's not going to tell us what state he's in. So for sure we know that he's not in Arkansas. The little piggy picture that he showed, that was a stock photo. So, heavens baby, I thought Jamie was going to find Ernie and turn him in for the reward. Well, that might be a spin. We might have to stay tuned for Shannon's House Husbands in Kentucky. Is Jamie just conning Ernie? We'll have to find out this week what Shannon has to say. That might be a spin. Mom Alicia says, I don't think we should discuss any children. Children should be off limits, including children we don't like. Agree with. Yes, I agree. So that means Nicolina's child too. Yeah. It's hard to do, but yeah, Alicia's right. Yeah. Ruby's right to reply said, membership pause. Yes, they have an issue with my AdSense. My AdSense. I got to do something that says I got to correct my AdSense pay. So I went in there. I went in today, and it's like they want to know how to pay me, and I put in my debit card, but I don't know if I put in the wrong number, and I'll get that done when I go to lunch today. But see, lunch today is going to be even later because I'm sitting here on my ass on YouTube when I should be doing work. But that's the beauty of working for myself, right? Sever said, man, I wish someone had an extra iPhone laying around. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Heaven's baby said, I agree. Maybe. Yep, that's true. Are you for real? Said, you're right, Alicia. Sorry. That's true. Leave kids out of it. Yep. Yeah, because we're not as scummy as they are. They're going to say, well, she started it. You know what? If someone started it with me, I still wouldn't. Your actions are not going to make me a snake. Now, if you're going to go so low to put kids in it, that's on you. But what you do is not going to make me a snake. I wish Prayer Garden Karma would leave me alone. I sure didn't deserve this much karma, did I? Maybe it's coming back tenfold. Maybe I did. Or maybe I got a few more months of Prayer Garden Karma. That'll teach me, won't it? Ruby said, I think she got strikes. No, I didn't get strikes. Jamie knows not to strike me. I mean, they cannot, they could strike me. I checked my email and there's no strikes. It's just that debit card thing. I was 100% in fair use. And they've already got my information, so I don't really need to use the Rob Reed CounterDMCA website. But Rob Reed is all about not cancel culture. So if he knows, I wish we could share screen. Y'all need to go over to Rob Reed Esquire. If somebody wants to find his link, if I try to find it, it'll kick me off. Rob Reed Esquire. And he does a video all about Dolly Vision false striking, train wreck, and heels in the air, and burnt toast. And he will tell you right there. He is a lawyer that doesn't need to be on YouTube. He's a lawyer. He makes a lot of money. But because he cares about false strikes and like counterculture crap like that, he provides a service where for $2, less than $2, his office will file your counterstrike for you. If you don't want your information, because that's what they do. They counterstrike you and they get your information to harass you because you got to say who you are. But Rob Reed will be a third party, and YouTube allows for third party arbitration. I think that's the right word. And you can use his office, and his office will file that counterstrike for you. So, but he won't do it if you didn't use fair use. If you can't just expect him to win everything for you. You have to be within fair use, and I was in fair use. So if anybody's in fair use and someone strikes you, and you don't want to have to hassle going through YouTube thing, and you don't want to have them have your information, the website is CounterDCMA, and it's Rob REEDESQ Esquire. That's his YouTube page. Are you for real says, and me bets his lady has asked for free, and every damn one of them he has. He hasn't worked. He doesn't have homes. He has couches and cots. Yeah. When he sent me his resume, nothing work history on that can be verified. I know that he worked for there in Kentucky where he met Eric Rush through the Hay House. I know he worked there, but it's my guess that he didn't work there any length of time at all. I mean, but I'm still going to check on that. Any word on Polly yet? No, I'm hoping no news is good news. Jackie said, I don't think Ernie's limited to relying on women only. You are right. You are so right. The cars he lived in didn't belong to him, right? And you know what? You know how a fool this guy is? He's like, he ruins his car. China had to pay to have his car towed, not Ernie Shell, China. And then he stole money from her, a single mother. Then he takes it to the mechanic, and the mechanic says it's shot. And you know what Ernie said? The damn trolls, the damn trolls, the trolls and the moles. The trolls got his car wrecked. The trolls took his car. So what does people like Lori and all those women over there do? Oh, Ernie, them damn trolls. How much do you need? Here, how much do you need, Ernie? And did Ernie get a new car? No, Ernie goes and rents a car. Which is, if I was really on this case and I didn't have to work, do other things, Ernie is in New York somewhere. Ernie cannot live without Uber. We've seen that he Ubers himself every damn where. So somehow there's got to be a way that you could get a hold of all the Uber drivers in or around the Huntington, Lloyd Harbor area and get them a picture and a name. And I forget his woman's doctor's name, Danielle something. Get her name and say, hey, if anybody, this guy's wanted, this guy is known to jump out of your car and cause you to have an accident, cause you to, have issues, you need to get a hold of Madison County, Kentucky and tell him that you've seen him. Because he can't Uber by himself. And then take the same information to Harlan County, Kentucky, down there where he's from. Give it to the Uber drivers and say, hey, this guy is a known liability. He's wanted by the Madison County, Kentucky Sheriff's Department. There's a $3,000 reward. Keep your eye out for him. It should be easy, somewhat easy, because if Ernie drove his own car, then it would just, be kind of harder. But no, we know Ernie cannot go nowhere without Uber. We also know Ernie can't stay inside. He's up and down, too jittery, this and that. So he's got to be going here, going there, going somewhere. You might even take the picture down to Georgia, where Phil Amick lives. Get the picture down there to them people, to them Ubers, or just get it out to Uber headquarters. So no matter where he's at, all over America, because for one, we've seen him jump out of the car. Which if Ernie jumps out of the car, an Uber driver's car, and lands in traffic, that's going to hem that Uber driver up. It's not like that Uber driver can go, hey, sorry about your luck, and keep on going. He's going to have to stop, pull over, call the cops, make a police report. It's going to be on his license, whether he's at fault or not, and it's going to have to go to court. It's going to hem them up. So, and just in case he's burned his bridges with Uber, we need to get them pictures out to any ride service, any taxi cab, any bus service. And I think we'll find Ernie. Sweet Robin said, until you dox them, but I have 7-7 info, including every name she's used. I've been sitting on it for a while until it benefits me. Yeah, I think we've heard all about it. We need to hear about Ernie. I mean, Nick. I mean, but see, it's getting to where she's slim pickings. She would have to come out with that we are more, that we have done something lower than give up our children's full ride at Michigan State University. Now, until you could put out some information that tops that you screwed off your child's full ride to Michigan State University, not just one child, your children. Now, until you come out with some information that's lower than that, nobody cares. And hi, Shannon. I haven't seen you come in, but I hear some people talk to you. We are sitting on our seats waiting for the next episode of House Husbands of Kentucky. Because did you see? Jamie wants to team up with Ernie. I can't wait for the next episode. I cannot wait for your next episode. And what the hell was I talking about before I said that? I don't know. Someone remind me. Montana said, I love her channel. I do too. I don't know if y'all keep up with Molly Golightly and Bullhorn Betty, but if you do, or even if you don't, you need to go back and watch her parodies. The first parody I ever seen Shannon do, she was knocking on the window as Bullhorn Betty, and she's like, knock, 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 and she gets hold of it, and goes, oh, so I go fuck myself? Okay. And I don't know why, but I had a deep belly laugh in, I don't know, I haven't laughed like that hard laugh for a long time. So my gut, I mean, I was coughing up things out of my lungs I didn't even know I had from laughing. And then she did one where she's running down the street. Her daughter's filming her. And it's cool as hell even more because her daughter helps her. And it's really cool as hell that her neighbors, her neighbors see her out there making these parodies. And it's just too much. And then if you need more to laugh at, you need to go tune into Savage Live Media. Someone drop her link. And her Halloween. Now, Jimbo, you might want to stay away from this one because she was mad at you back then. But it's still funny. Tune into the Halloween one where Shannon does a gray bush and Veloma Unstuck does Bullhorn Betty. I mean, and Pirate. Oh my God. And Pirate and Savage. I mean, they all four get up there and it's just hilarious. I mean, if you need a laugh, it's hilarious. It's a good time always. And then if you want to offshoot from that, like if they're not on, you can always switch over to Ginny Jen because she's, usually doing something too. And then if you're late night and you want some music, Vinny G was the first panel I was been on, but keep on what Donna said. What have I missed today? Ernie's teamed up with Jamie King in the streets. Yes, he has. But Donna, more than anything, miracles have happened. Izzy Pop, who was just in ICU with a stroke because of the YouTube drama, hallelujah, is cured. She was in Ernie Shell's chat today. The king of drama. Yep. She was feeling so good and feeling so fine. She thought, hell, I can sit my ass over here in the king of drama streets. And then, wasn't too long ago that Ernie Shell couldn't walk? He is doing 30 push-ups. He's in there working out. The title is Only Music Work Out With Me. The man was just at death's door and couldn't walk. And he is working out and doing 30 sit-ups, and he's got a six-pack ab. The prayer, I guess the little lion tigers, prayers have worked. Send him money. Oh, my stupid phone. You can hear that buzz again, huh? Fizz Craig says 0 skills, but he has 1,156 arrests. Yes. This is where I need to pick this back up again because he's, obviously he's back. And so I need to pick up and be serious again instead of, just talking ish on him. I need to get back to looking at that resume and calling all those people if I can find a number for them. I found a number for 2, and I got to get back with them. But just to prove that he is not, anybody as great as Superman Ernie, should be proud. Here's a critical thinking, Jody, and here's a critical thinking for all Charlie K and Lori and all them lion tigers. If you have such great skill as Ernie Shell, if you are trained in hand-to-hand combat by Homeland Security, shouldn't you be proud of that? Shouldn't you be able to say, hey, here's the dude that I worked with in hand-to-hand combat training with Homeland Security. This is the dates I worked. This is who I was supervised by. Or this is who hired me. If he is executive protection specialist for Mike Huckabee, now I'm sure Mike Huckabee don't do his own hiring, and I'm sure he was hired through the government. But let's just say Mike Huckabee does his own hiring. I mean, he's going to have a representative. I should be able to go to Mike Huckabee's employment or his human resources department and say, hey, can I verify that Ernie Shell did executive protection this and this dates? And Ernie Shell's going to tell you, but some things are a secret. Well, there's some things are a secret. Why are you telling your secrets on YouTube, Ernie? Why are you putting Mike Huckabee's business out there? If it's supposed to be a secret, Ernie, why are you putting his business out there? If I was Mike Huckabee and you're putting my information out there, I'd be pissed. Can't have it both ways, Ernie. He said he was hired by somebody to go up to whatever that town that I can't pronounce where Kyle Rittenhouse was. Now, if I need a child rescued, I should be able to go to some of these things that you've said and verify it. Because would I put my child rescue in just any old person's hand? That would be very irresponsible of me, wouldn't it? And if you've worked with Homeland Security, Ernie, why wouldn't you tell us who you worked with? Who do I get a hold of? And if it's secret, then again, Ernie Shell, why are you telling secret Homeland Security business? You can't have it both ways. Now, and I'm being all serious now, all serious. My issue with Ernie Shell, my issue with Dolly Vision is I think he is a complete predator, and I can prove it with past actions, current actions, and actions that he's got coming forward. But I think that's getting handled legally. So I've kind of backed off on him. My issue with Ernie Shell is he says he rescues children. That all it takes is one person to think that Ernie Shell can rescue a child. And if they think a child needs rescuing, let's just use this for example. Let's just use this for an example. Now, please note that I'm saying example, and I'll say example through all this, so no one clips my words and spins it. Example, Summer Wells comes up missing. Example. Someone thinks that Summer Wells is being abused by her parents. Example. Somebody calls Ernie Shell and says, Ernie Shell, I know this little girl that's being abused by her parents. Example. Ernie Shell, can you help us rescue that little girl? Example. She's going to go live with her grandma. Example. So, Ernie Shell, who thinks he rescues children. Example. Sets up he said today he talked to an Army Ranger that had a troop of 700 that was ready to go at his beck and call. So Ernie Shell calls this trooper ranger, and they go up and they rescue this little girl. Example, what if shit went wrong? What if a little girl's daddy was out there with a gun? Or what if that little girl was being trafficked by someone that didn't want her gone? Shit's going to go south really quick. You need police involved in any child rescue. And any child rescue that has police involved, I shouldn't be able to find the details because it's confidential, but I should be able to find an incident report or a police report. Ernie Shell, I cannot find any incident report or police report for any of the air quote rescues you said you've done. But what better grift? Listen up, lion tigers. Listen up, uh, lion tiger sugar mamas, since that word's supposed to be so triggering. What better grift did to say you rescued children? Because children will play at our heartstrings, and everybody wants children rescued. What better grift than to say you rescued children and then not have to prove that you rescued children because the confidentiality of it? I can understand that. But the training that Ernie Shell says that he has to date, I should be able to verify, right? Why can't I or anybody else, if anybody else wants to take on this challenge, I'll send you Ernie's resume that he sent me. And if Ernie says, oh, I just sent you that fake resume, Ernie, why would you send me a fake resume? I could be your best help. If I could verify everything that you said on there, I could be your best asset because you could come out and say, Constance Sue has verified everything I've said. And I absolutely would say, and I have said what I verified. I would absolutely say, yes, this is what Ernie, yeah, I verified it. Why are you hating on me so bad that because I'm trying to verify what you say? You'll let Benny up on your panel, you let Nicolina up on your panel, you let anybody that comes up there just to, heckle you and talk shit on you because you need that. People making fun of you and people heckling you, that gets your pay piggies panties in a bunch. Oh my God, they're being so mean to Ernie. They're being so mean to Ernie. And so you'll let them up there because that generates funds. Controversy creates cash. Isn't that what you said, Ernie? I got that clip too. It's on my channel. But you don't want me up there because I speak the truth. That's why you delete my comments. You won't come on my channel. You won't answer any questions. If you are who you say you are, Ernie Shell, why are you so mad? Why won't you come on here and say, look, I'll help you, Constance. I will get you in touch with my Cuckabee. I will get you in touch with this person I worked for. I will get you in touch with this person where I did hand-to-hand combat training. Here you can verify all my skills, and we can be done with this. It just makes you pause. Is it pause for cause? Yeah. When you're thinking, why can't I verify anything from Superman? I can't even verify that Superman works at the Daily Planet. That just don't make sense. And then for you people that say that, well, just let Ernie Shell tell his stories. Just let him be a movie if you want to. He can, but he needs to pick a different title for his movie. You don't say you rescue children. You don't say you have all these skills. You just don't do it. Rescuing children is something that you don't mess with. You don't tell a story about. You don't make a movie about rescuing children. You just don't. Because they're children. And we don't know what kind of duck shit you're going to do while you're pretending to rescue children. And I'm serious about that. Montana Maid said she told them it was a joke and didn't think they would. Izzy didn't send it back either. Oh, I'm sure not. The money? Yeah, I'm sure not. Justice for You said the channel Colorado Ped Patrol are real child protectors. They do live catches and have thousands in those lives. They have 150 to 250-ish arrests. Now, you know what happened? That's what Ernie and Tina had planned. And Ernie and Tina, I guess, were, onto a good start. But Tennessee lawmakers and law enforcement stepped in and said, no. What did Jimbo say last night? We're not going to let you call men and try to meet them in a park. And you know why? Because you have to have checks and balances. Ernie Shell is known to lie. Like today, he said, I found out that Summer Wells was taken because there was a huge drug debt. We've seen how Ernie lies. So what wouldn't Ernie do to frame somebody that he thinks might be a predator? That's where credibility and honesty matters, Ernie. That's why you can't ever be what you could have been and rescue pedophiles because you're not credible. You're a liar. We've seen what you do to people that you want to hurt, and there's nothing you won't do to frame them. So you screw that up with your lies. That's why you can't do it, Ernie. You could have had a good thing because, like she said, there are a lot of pedo, you know, capturers here. Tennessee, you can't do it in Tennessee; it's outlawed with good reason. You have to go in and you have to. You can't just be talking pervy to a child online and then say you're a child rescuer, because that just gives you an excuse to talk to a child pervy. You have to have law enforcement's backing. And Ernie Shell, with your history or your lack of, you can't get that. Tina, with your history or lack of, or saying that the competition restaurant served human meat, no, your credibility shot too. Y'all could have had a good thing going, especially you had big old Jamie back there backing you up. Y'all had a good thing going, but credibility matters. Integrity matters. Hi, Prissy. Just for you said Ernie has to be cool with them and kiss their ass. He needs their support, just like he did when he and Jim was split. Yes. Yep. And see, that's they both. It's a what's that called when one sucker fish lives off another fish, eating the skin off the fish? A symbiotic relationship, like they each like the clownfish and the that thing that stings you. What's it called? Amoeba? Oh, not amoeba. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ernie's numbers have fallen. Nicolina's numbers have really fallen. You know what? Don't ever think that I brag about numbers because I really don't give a shit. But I'll brag about numbers to Ernalina because I know how much it means to Ernalina and Ernie. I had more numbers in my chat than Ernalina or Ernie. That has to sting. That's why I'll give Mama T the view and not Ernalina, because I love it when Mama T's views get more than Ernalina. It just kills me. But yeah, they need each other. They got to have both of them. But this is why it won't last. Fake. It's like building your house on sand. You build your house on sand, or what my dad would say, betting on the come. You're not doing it right. You're betting on something to come. You're always looking forward to something that you don't put the work in. If you don't put the work in and you just go the easy route, and the easy route is a lie, and the easy route is just to say things, because it's hard to research and bring up proof. That does take time. I can sit out here and say that I have all this information, but if I can't prove it, I'm just as bad as them. So it takes time to dig and do my research, but I'd rather do it slow and steady and put the receipts out there and have my credibility, have my reputation saved over a long time period of YouTube than to build it up quick and fast and not have my reputation. It seems like if you notice the people that spew out the most misinformation on this platform, their channels grew huge last year. Now they might have bought subs. I don't know about all that. I just know they grew huge. The people that tell the truth, and I'm going to use like Angel Talks Too Fast. If y'all want a good channel to go watch, she's adorable and she is 100% credible. She has a background in law, as in legal law, not in law enforcement, but I think she might have some family law enforcement. But her little channel's just growing steady, as opposed to, I ain't going to say some of them because y'all might like them and I don't want to offend anybody, but there's channels out there that spew nothing but misinformation, and they've got 10K followers already over speculation, innuendo, misinformation, gay for pay, right? And so I'd rather have my channel grow slow and build my reputation on some of the. If I say something, you don't have to go fact check me. I want y'all to fact check me, but you'll get to the point where you don't have to fact check me. Like Chasing Truth, I know that anything that Chasing Truth puts out, I don't have to go fact check. I still should, because you should still do that to everybody on here. Don't ever take anybody's word for it. I mean, until a point. But I know if Chasing Truth puts something out there, I can bank on it. And if she's wrong about it, I can bank on her coming back and saying, hey, I was wrong about this. So And that's what I want. That's what I want to be. I want to be able that if you see me say something, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, is she just lying to me? I don't want to do that. I'll never gaslight you. I will never lie and say, ha ha, someone's child trafficking. Ha ha ha, I just did that to trigger you. You'll never see me saying that because I'm not going to lose my credibility for a trigger. I'm not here to trigger. I'm here to show that Ernie Shell doesn't need to be rescuing tree frogs, let alone children. And one person at a time. It's going to take one person at a time. I'm fine. Scamalina said, Frank had me over the barbecue last night, so my back has killed me. I bet. It's hard for a fat girl to do that. And I can say that because I'm a fat girl. So we're going to look for your looks. Yeah. Misty Rose said, BK gave her a comp as well. I think she got 3 in total. I don't know what that means, but I probably don't keep it up. Kipper said, Izzy gave Nick personal messages of one of their subs talking about their father's suicide. Kipper, you can say suicide in my chat. I'm gonna be like Gray Hughes. I don't know where people get this information that YouTube, is gonna cut us down for using real life words like rape and suicide and pedophile. If my stream gets not monetized because we're talking real, then so be it. I lose a few bucks on monetization. They're not going to shut your channel down because there are legit channels out there like Gray Hughes that say those words. So I know they don't shut your channel down. It's a real world. In my channel, we're going to use real words. Now the cuss words, if you want to dress them up, you can, because I think they might have a bot that goes through there. And if there's a bunch of cussing, they might, put your algorithm down. I've seen no proof of that. Just like people saying all caps hurt your algorithm. I've seen no proof of that. So until I see proof of that, and AdSense isn't really where you make your money. You make your money on the super chats and memberships. And I'm going to keep my channel real. So in my channel, you could say suicide, you could say rape, you could say pedophilia, you could say whatever you want to, because it's going to keep it real. And I think to me, it kind of plays down those words when you dress them up like that. I mean, I don't know what I mean. I guess you know what I mean. But let's read it again. Izzy gave Nick personal messages of one of their subs talking about their father's suicide and the experience they had. Izzy and Nick thought the messages were me or Jimbo. They did a live with those two. It typically sounds like something they would do. I'm probably an hour behind in chat again. Real for You said, and I'm on 27%. So Real for You said he lives day to day, meal to meal. Yes, he does. And that's why he says when he comes on here and he tells people, I don't need it, man. I don't need it no more. I got MAGA. I married me a movie star. Remember, it was I married me a movie star. Then it was I married me a makeup artist or something like that. And then it was contract signed. People, I don't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore. People, what he's saying by when he says I don't need it anymore, he's saying I got me a rich woman that was a movie star, or I got me a rich woman that was a makeup artist. Come to find out, he got him a rich woman that was a doctor. So he didn't need YouTube anymore. By YouTube, he didn't need YouTube anymore meant I don't have to be on here scamming for cash apps every day. I got me money. I got money. I don't have to be on here scamming for cash apps. But the issue with Ernie is it's not only the cash apps. It's the people thinking he's Superman that he needs. He won't leave this until he's made to. What did he just say? Tristan would be so mad. I'm not going to throw away Tristan. I'm not going to throw away this woman who loves me. I've done it before, and I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to throw away Tristan for this. I'm not going to be a drama, people. I'm not going to do it. What's he do? Has a drama stream today. So which is it, Ernie? Is Tristan real and you just fucked her off? Or is Tristan fake and you can't stay away from YouTube? It's proven you can't stay away from YouTube. You can't. You what you do is you try to stay away for a while, but it's just like, I guess, a drug addict. You stay away a little while, but then you dabble a little bit. And what I mean by dabble is you go to this panel and you go to that panel. But you know what? Those panels don't highlight you. They kiss your ass, but they don't make you the star. You have to come back to being the star on your panel. You've got to be Lion Tiger. Lion Tigger. That's what I call him. Lion Tigger. So here you are again. I don't need it, guys. I don't need it. I have at least 4 clips. I'm going to try to run them all together today of Lion Tiger saying he don't need it. He don't need it, people. He don't need it. I got my contract signed. And this last one was, I could be out making $3.5 million deals. Well, Lion Tiger, did you realize that you need a real estate license to do that? And to get a real estate license, you have to pass a background check. Or did you fool ass go in there with the resume that you gave me and they laughed at your ass? I can't believe what I said was, tell me you've never had a job without telling me you never had a job. The resume Ernie sent me, that's how he told me he had a job without telling me he had a job. I don't know. Somebody should have sat beside the man and at least showed him how to make a resume. I was always told your resume should be 1 page, 2-page tops, because people are going to get those resumes in and they're going to go through me like a stack of papers. If you're 1 and 2 pages, you're just too much. If you can't say what's good about you on that 1 page, I suppose if you have a shit ton of skills, but unless you need all those skills at the job you're applying for, you only put the skills that you pertains to your job. You don't put on a bunch of needless crap. You know, you just don't. So no one's ever, he couldn't even Google how to make a resume. How hard is it to Google? Jody Farr and all you little lion tiggers, why don't you show Ernie Shell how to make a resume? And I know you're going to come back with, he just sent that resume to you because it was fake. Well, if I'm trying to show his credibility, why would he give me a resume that's going to show his non-credibility? That's like shooting yourself in the foot. Or they will say, you changed it, you switched it and made it up. That's why I made a video of me opening Ernie Shell's email. Yeah, I opened the email. I made Jimbo go first because it's not a good idea to open emails you don't know. I made Jimbo go first. But after Jimbo did, then I was brave enough and I opened it. Ricky and Charles, open the damn email. Y'all need to change it too. Go to the damn court. Ernie Shell, go to the damn court. Prove us wrong. Show us your new court date. Show us that you don't have a warrant. You won't because you can't. Pink Warrior said, like he says it all movie, he needs YouTube in his fetish life because he knows he really is a scamming criminal. Right. And he's going to tell like he told Alicia, oh, it's all a movie. Now don't say the truth about it, 'cause it's all a movie. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there that are probably ashamed to come forward, ashamed that they fell for his shit. And you shouldn't be ashamed that he fell for his shit. Some very educated women have fallen for his shit, but they realize it. So if you're somebody out there that fell for his shit and you're ashamed, make a fake profile or get a hold of me and I'll keep you anonymous, or just be brave and come out because it happens. But the more people keep it in the dark, shame and secrets keep you sick. The more that people are ashamed and the more people are like, oh, I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to go on with my life. That's how Ernie Shell grows. By not confronting Ernie Shell, that's how Ernie Shell grows. He also grows by having his little lion tiggers paint him as a picture of Superman. Now, the real Superman didn't need to be painted as a Superman. He showed you he was Superman. Ernie, get on here and let's see those 6-pack abs. I bet you won't. Because you don't have them unless Lori draws them on you. You don't have those big muscles and that chiseled man face unless Lori draws it on you. Dang. That's more than catfishing, isn't it? That's living in a fantasy world. And by them people making, I'm telling you, Lori, when you meet the man, you're going to be so disappointed. But it's your fault. It's going to be your fault because you're the one that blows the smoke up his ass that makes him think that he's the Superman and that he's got these abs. And also, you're telling Ernie Shell, I wouldn't love you as a little weaselly man. If you're only 5'6" and wear big boy high heel shoes and you're skinny and you got barcode bangs and you're a goof, I won't love you. I won't love you unless you are Superman. Dang. That's all mean to say to Ernie Shell, ain't it? Why don't y'all tell Ernie what I tell Ernie? Ernie, you are good as you are. You are good enough as you are. If you just be you and stop your bullshit, and you've heard me all heard me say this, if you just be you and stop your bullshit, you are good enough as you are. You have the looks, you have the charisma, you have the voice. If you would just stop your lying, stop your fantasy life, stop all the bullshit of how you were some Secret Service protector Unit 8 bullshit, you could grow a legit community. A legit community that trolls would not have anything to say about you. Because you know what? You would be doing it honest. You wonder why you got so many trolls? It's because you're so fake and the trolls come out. But most of your trolls are people that are telling the truth about you. They're not trolls. Christy says, sorry for not greeting everybody individually. I'm on my phone. Yeah, it gets kind of daunting sometimes. I feel bad I don't do it. Honey Bunny said, oh my God, never produces receipts, just a lot of accusations. Yep. That's in what was one of his t-shirts? Results. Not results, not excuses. I have yet to find one result. Ernie Shell, everything you've done, you've had an excuse. And the excuse has been the trolls. That's why you need the trolls. That's why blocked never meant blocked in your chat. Because you need the trolls. You have to unblock the trolls. Because without the trolls, there's no sympathy troll money. There's no little ladies going, oh my God, they're so mean to Ernie. They're so mean to Ernie. You have to have, hi Becky, you have to have the trolls to get that sympathy money. Sweet Roma said, do what now? Ernie's favorite phrase. Yeah. And the other one, tell me if this ain't some cult shit. Your eyes and your ears will deceive you, but your God-given heart will lead you. He's saying, don't believe what you see and don't believe what you hear. Go with your heart. Now, if that ain't some cult shit, don't believe what your eyes see. No. If Connie shows a receipt and she proves that I'm not Superman, don't believe that. If you hear a recording of Jimbo saying that I have a warrant, don't believe that. But if I tell you that I don't have a warrant and you care about me, that you can believe. That is some cult shit. And it works for some of them people. Thank you, Voices, for saying to hit the like. Young Art said, just got a membership yesterday. Today, what's on hold? Yes, because I got to, it says my AdSense payment, I got to verify it. And I sent him my debit card information. At first, I was like, is this some sketch shit? Want my debit card? But no, it's not. I just got to go in there at lunch and put in the credit card information. I hope that's all it is. It's not a strike because I looked out on the strikes. I didn't do anything to get a strike. Good morning to everyone coming in. Grandma Watcha says, knew nothing about the trouble between the creators, went to both sides to observe and make up my own mind. They need to stop blindly listening to the demon and see for themselves what's going on. Yes. Prissy said, oh, I wish I knew where that little shrimp was. I could use that money. Heck yeah, summer coming up, vacation time. And I'm pretty sure Benny upped it today, Prissy. I don't know if he was just messing with Ernie. In his chat, he said he upped it to an amount I don't want to say because I don't know if he was messing with him or not. But he upped it to a pretty significant amount. You know, I don't know. We'll have to check with Benny and see. Maybe Shannon can have that information in the next episode of House Husbands of Kentucky. Y'all, I just love that. Kipper said they need to contact Madison County Sheriff's Department. Yes, Madison County Sheriff's Department. If you see Ernie, Kipper, the reason I said contact their local police first is because I want the police to get eyes on him. If the police can get eyes on him and at least detain him to see if he has a warrant, they could call Madison County Sheriff's Department. Because if a lay person calls Madison County Sheriff's Department and say they are in New York, hey, I'm in New York. Madison County is going to say, okay, they're going to have to call the sheriff department anyway. So I thought it would be best if they call their sheriff department, Get the police on it right away to keep eyes on Ernie. Then have the police call Madison County. I don't want the person to approach Ernie or or tell us where Ernie is, because I don't want Ernie to use the excuse, they're just trolling me. They're just trying to find out where I'm at, to hurt me. No, that's not the case. That's why nobody wants to know where he is. We want you to call your police station and or Madison County Sheriff's Department and tell them where he's at. Don't tell us where he's at. None of us need to know where he's at. The people that need to know where he's at are law enforcement. And see, that tells you that this is not just a movie, Ernie. Ernie said, no one's going to collect on that road because that's all a movie. It's all a movie. No, Ernie, if it was a movie, we'd be saying, hey, if you see Ernie, get a hold of us. No, we're saying if you see Ernie, and I don't want the reward. If whatever I do, I know I won't find him because I'm not in New York or air quote Arkansas. I'm not going to be the one that sees Ernie. And I'm like chasing justice. If I was the one to see him, my reward would go back to combating Ernie Shell's bullshit somehow. But that's how we know, little lion tiggers, listen, we're not wanting to stalk Ernie. We don't give two shits where Ernie is. The police and law enforcement are the ones that give two shits where Ernie is. So if you see Ernie or you know where Ernie is, call law enforcement, however you feel fit. Call yours or call Madison County, whatever. What happens if you call, they check your tip, but he's not there? Well, then he's not there. But if your tip is right, like if you get a tip to say, hey, I got a tip that he's in a motel in Huntington, New York. Okay. I don't think Madison County is going to call that motel and find out he's there. But your local law enforcement might. I don't know. But just keep on with that tip. If your tip, how did you get that tip? Keep working that tip. Or the people won't let the cops in. Well, yeah, that's all the stumble blocks to people with a warrant. But if the people won't let the cops in, cops are usually wise to that, and they'll keep a watch on that place. But most people, this is for you, MAGA, or Phil, or Tristan in air quotes, or the police won't let the cops in. If you are, is it harboring a fugitive? I don't want my PG karma to come back and kick my ass, but I think it's harboring a fugitive. That I'm pretty sure that's a felony. It might be a misdemeanor. I'm not sure. Probably depends on the state you're in. But if you're hiding a felon, you have issues. And if you have children, you could have really big issues. Ernie Shell was caught with a syringe in his pocket. That is a police report that I can pull up and show you a receipt from actual law enforcement. Ernie Shell told Madison County, Kentucky, when his highway run, that he was on meth. Now, nobody said Ernie was on meth. A bystander didn't say Ernie was on meth. Nobody called and said, I think he's on meth. Ernie Shell, out of Ernie Shell's mouth, told the police he was on meth. Now, if he lied and told the police he was on meth, and he wasn't, well, that's on you, Ernie Shell. Why the hell would you tell somebody you're on meth if you're not on meth? He'll say, well, I got that charge plea down. Sure you did, Ernie. Sure you did. But you'll give me hell for getting domestic violence. So you said I had played down to disorderly conduct. Yeah, I didn't violence anybody. I threw a chainsaw. So it was disorderly conduct. I did cause a scene in public, enough for someone to turn their head and say, what the hell? Yes, I was guilty of that. I sure did. I threw a chainsaw. I was pissed. Guilty. Absolutely guilty. 100% guilty. And if that's caused domestic violence, as in any time you have, something like that within your family, then I'm guilty of that too. Sure, yeah, hell yeah. I'll take that. I'll own it 100%. But what I didn't do, I didn't go into court and say, I didn't throw a chainsaw. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I absolutely did. Absolutely did. That's taking accountability. Ruby's right to reply said, Sweet Robin said, they actually said they'd pick him up. I was surprised they would spend the money on a bench warrant. Now, from what I understand, a bench warrant just means it is a warrant from the bench. The judge issued it from the bench. I mean, a warrant is issued like when the case goes from the cops to the prosecutor's office and then to the judge. That is, then they issue a warrant. What I understand a bench warrant to be is like when Ernie's lawyer went up there and said he's sick, and then the prosecutor came up and said, no, he's not. He's trying to run. And the judge was right there on the bench and issued a warrant. That to me is what a bench warrant is. I don't think it's any less of a warrant than a warrant. And according to Jimbo, they said they would pick him up. Young at heart, I think she's having an issue with her car. Yeah, that's what it was. Good morning, Kemper. Yep. Virginia High Love. Am I an hour and a half behind? Do I need to keep going? Scotty said, if I see him, I'm tackling that little mofo and dragging his ass in. It won't take much. Now, I don't recommend it because he is skilled in hand-to-hand combat, remember? So, I don't know. He might whoop your ass. That little man might whoop your ass. But I have never been able to verify that he's skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Now, if I'm skilled in hand-to-hand combat, my shit is going to be out there to prove, hey, mofo, see this certificate? See this agency? This is where I trained. This is the dude that trained him. You don't believe me? Call him. I welcome you to call him. Can't do that with Ernie. Nope, you can't. Because he's super soldier secret. But if he's super soldier secret, why is a super secret soldier out here telling his secrets? Why are you on YouTube telling your super secrets, your super soldier secrets, Ernie? If it's confidential and it's not supposed to be talked about, why are you talking about it? I think you're going to get kicked out of Unit 8 because you're not supposed to say your secrets. Because we all know it's bullshit. He says they're secrets because he can't prove anything. Crime Stoppers gives you confirmation about a warrant. Oh, that you called it? Yeah, true. I know here where I'm at in Dodge City, Kansas, we might still have a number, but I seen one of our officers. I was talking to the wife of an officer, and she said we didn't have Crime Stoppers anymore. So I don't know if that's going by the wayside, but yeah, you absolutely can. You can call Crime Stoppers and remain anonymous, and they will give you confirmation. We'll have to check with Madison. I'll see if Jimbo will do that, because that way you could remain confidential. You sure could. And as long as, okay, now how would you do that? Oh, I guess confirmation. I guess Crime Stoppers would give you the number that they gave you, and if you could send that number to Jimbo, Benny, or Rap or whoever, and they could confirm it was the number, then you could remain confidential. Now, I don't know how you get your money. You could, what I do know is Ernie and Jimbo and Rap, they're not going to put up money to turn on the person that turned them in. If you turn them in, that's what they want. So they're not going to say, hey, Ernie, this is who outed you. No, this isn't about Ernie. This isn't about people not liking Ernie. This is about Ernie hurting real people. Not only does he say he rescues children, but he went on a live knowing that he has such psychopath, whatever the word is, PG. I'm sorry. If I say I'm sorry, can you lighten my karma? Or am I just going to have to ride this out? I think I'm just going to have to ride it out, because that's what karma is. Oh, I don't think I'll ever make another video of PG speaking wrong words again. Okay, back to Ernie. I'll just some of his viewers are so drunk on the Kool-Aid that we don't know what they'll do. We think they're all talk and no action. But remember, why was Ronnie King killed? He was killed because somebody said he had money. Somebody in Ernie's circle. Ernie's brother killed Ronnie King because someone said he had money. The case In Cold Blood about the Holcomb murders here, that man hired a guy to work on his farm. That guy went to prison. While that guy was in prison, he met another convict. He said, "Hey, I've heard of a guy, a farmer out there that has a safe in his house with lots of money." Now, it wasn't even the dude that worked for the guy. It was the dude that the guy that worked for him gossiped. The guy gets out of jail, not the guy that worked for the farm, but the guy that was heard the information. He gets out of prison. He calls another guy, "Hey, I hear there's a rich farmer out here that's got money in a safe." They go out to Holcomb, Kansas, and they kill the whole family, and they got nothing. There was no safe. The guy even said there's no safe. And instead of just leaving and saying that, no, they killed him. So it's not like it can't happen. Ernie Shell was on here just because he's mad at Jimbo, not because Jimbo did anything that warrants being, quote, air quotes, taken down. He's out here. He gives Jimbo's address. He gives Jimbo's Google Map photo with a map and tells where all the camera is and says that he has narcotic drugs. Now, if you don't know anything about any drug addicts, a meth addict will steal your money and help you look for it, but a meth addict will not cut your throat for the money. A person on narcotic drugs like oxys, they will cut your throat for the money. And I know people say with meth, they have withdrawals. You might have withdrawals, but you don't have withdrawals until you're coming down off of heroin or pain pills. Your body needs that. You will. That's why they will do anything. They will do anything to get that money for the pills. So Ernie goes out here, draws a map, says there's a safe, says that Jimbo's selling all these pills, got all these pills, and got this money. Is it too far fetched to think that somebody out there, even maybe it's not even one of Ernie's followers, just somebody listening, or somebody that was listening that gossips to somebody that doesn't listen, is it that far fetched to think that somebody might go out to Jimbo's house for nothing? Just because they think this, and then you wonder why Jimbo says, I got guard dogs. Oh my God, he's got vicious dogs. Well, you know what? If he didn't have vicious dogs before, I'd be damn sure getting a bunch of vicious dogs. Because you're sleeping, and unless, like poor Thelma said that night she was going to stay up and watch. My aunt was murdered in this town, basically in her sleep. I mean, she woke up, I'm sure, when she was killed, but the man came in when she was sleeping. If you don't have something to alert you that there's someone on your property that shouldn't be, that could happen. So Jimbo wants Ernie taken care of because Ernie affected the safety of his family. Ernie has said that Benny Keys kidnapped Summer. Ernie has blamed Benny Keys. Now, is it so far-fetched to think that somebody that loves Summer so much might not go out and find Benny Keys and hunt Benny Keys down? Or what if it's not even somebody that heard it? What if somebody's just telling another person, "Hey, I heard this guy named Benny Keys, and we know where he lives because everybody's already, doxed him. The man can't have any peace." So what if somebody's just talking to somebody off of YouTube, and this psycho really hates people that kidnap kids or something? Is it that far-fetched to think that some dude might not show up to Benny's house and hurt him? So Benny has a legit reason for wanting Ernie in jail. Rap is the same way. Rap has Smoky Mountain Mama with children in his home. Ernie Shell or Nicolina, we still don't know who the real air quote hero is for Dox and Rap. They have said foul things about Rap and put their address out there. Even had the cops come, and it was a SWAT. It doesn't mean that SWAT has to show up your house. What those officers did by standing behind that bush and standing back, they were preparing for the worst, because domestic violence calls are the most dangerous call. Now, Roger's defense, he did say, "Well, no, we don't have weapons," but police don't know that. Police aren't going to take Roger Brown's word that there's no weapons. They are going to go to that call, and they're going to maintain a stance like they do for any domestic call, because they're expecting the worst. That is a SWAT. The reason that it could have gone bad, depending on the officer. If that officer had had a bad day, or if that officer was on steroids, or if that officer was just burnt out, because, I can't imagine what cops see and their mind. I mean, their mind just has to be, oh my God, so strong. But yeah, they snap. The only thing it takes for anything to go bad like that is an officer. It's the officer that kept that from going bad. You don't know what officer you're going to get, and shit's going to get real. So yeah, and Smoky Mountain Mama's children were home. So yes, Rap has a legit reason for coming for Ernie. Anybody that has that legit option for Ernie is not going to break your confidence by saying who turned him in. They're just not going to do it. And if you think it's just a joke, and you think, oh my God, just let Ernie be, just listen to what I said. And remember that he says he rescues children. Anybody that cares about the children, if you really care about rescuing children, you need to stay the hell out of Ernie Shell's chat. And if you're in Ernie Shell's chat saying you care about rescuing children, you're full of shit. Because Ernie Shell could be the most dangerous thing to rescue a child because he has no training. If he has training, he needs to verify it. If all he has to do is put out your qualifications, Ernie. Put out your qualifications and put my heart to rest and show me that you are qualified to rescue a child. That is not that much to ask for, is it? I don't think that's that much to ask for. Like I said 100 times, it's not like you're rescuing tree frogs. You're saying that you're rescuing children. I don't understand why people in his chat don't understand what a concern that is. They'll say, oh, well, we know we don't rescue children. Yes, we know we don't. But he don't know he don't. And he's just looking to be a hero. And you know what Kipper said the other day that made sense? Ernie wants to put Benny in Tennessee at the time of Summer's appearance. Benny has already proved. What he said was, at one point, yeah, he just got back from the Smoky Mountain vacation. But that wasn't at the time Summer was missing. Benny has proved with receipts that he was in Colorado when Summer went missing. You know who wasn't in Colorado when Summer went missing? Ernie Shell. You know what Ernie Shell was at? He was near Summer's home. I'm not going to say the miles because I think I got it wrong last time, and I'm not going to quote me. I'm not going to quote it. But he was near Summer Wells. Now, Ernie is on, he was making that predator hunter thing. Ernie already thinks he rescues children. Would it be so far-fetched to think that this man that we know doesn't always think right could set up something like that to be the hero? Hey, you go get this kid, and I'm going to come in and save her. And then shit go wrong. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying this would happen at all. In fact, that's probably not what happened. But is it that far-fetched to say that Ernie Shell wanted to be the hero so he could get with somebody and say, hey, you go kidnap this baby, and then I'm going to rescue her, and you can run free. You can take off. We won't be able to catch you. But I want to come in. I want to be the hero and rescue this baby. And shit went wrong. It's not that far-fetched. He says he rescues children. I don't know how to say that any more with emphasis to people than he says he rescues children. I don't know. That just bugs me. And anybody that thinks that I'm, doing this just to troll Ernie, like, thank you, Queen Ashley. There's Rob Reed Esquire. That is the dude that will file your counter-strike for you. If you get a strike on YouTube, most people do it because you got to give your personal information. If you get a hold of Rob Reed Esquire and he tells you how to do it and go to his website, his office will file the counter-strike for you for $2, less than $2, I think. And he does it because he cares about these people that are using this platform and the strike as a way to harass people. He doesn't have to do this because he's a lawyer. He don't have to do this. He does it because he cares. Heavens Baby said, I saw that pic also of Prayer Garden. I really don't care what Prayer Garden looks like. I don't care. It's something I worry about. I worry about Prayer Garden spreading misinformation. That I care about. And seeing her picture ain't going to help me. I mean, I'm not nothing against anybody's talking about it, but her picture isn't going to show me, it ain't going to help me, prove about her misinformation. Does he handle doc subs? Buttercup Baby, I was going to ask him about that. I was going to message him because, see, Heels in the Air was terrorized by Dolly Vision. He struck her and struck her and struck her, and then JLR struck her and struck her and struck her. False strikes. I mean, they were so piled up. Same way with Burnt Toast. They were so piled up that they had to, their channels were down for a while because they had to wait for the YouTube process for this strike to come off, this strike to come off, this strike to come off, this strike to come off. And I don't know who found him first, Heels in the Air or Burnt Toast, but somebody found him. And that's why he made that video about Dolly Vision and false strikes, So I was going to contact him and tell him about all this docs and shit. I get sidetracked a lot, and people need to keep me on it, or somebody else could contact him maybe. I don't know. I just know I watched his videos, and what he sees on YouTube is concerning. Another one is Mystery Maven, the Mystery Maven. She's a real life attorney too. She gets more into the, hey, I'm going to tell you what's really going on legally with these cases, to where some of these channels will, spread misinformation, and she'll say, no, that's not true. And she's a real lawyer. She doesn't have to be on here either. She's a real lawyer, and she's practiced quite a while, and she does criminal law. She does it because she cares. Most people think, oh my God, if you're a lawyer, why the hell you be on YouTube? The only reason they be on here is because they care. They sure don't need the money. They sure don't need the hassle. They're here because they care. Credibility matters. Mo said, hey, hi, Mo. Mo is not a Mo. Mo is a good person. Lip said, Robin, she's a hoot at times, but full of misinformation. Yeah, PG is funny sometimes. I do tune into PG. I mean, she has made me laugh. I'm trying to think of I don't like her memes. Most of her memes I don't like. But there was one that was hysterical. I forgot what it was about. Probably had to do with Dolly Vision. Becky Historical says, Virginia, I do too, and I promise he'll be back. He feels like one of my children. Okay, I don't know. I missed that. What you talking about? Virginia said, hi, Mo. I'm excited for Savage tonight. Yes, if somebody wants to drop Savage Live Media's link tonight, that's who I was talking about. That has Shannon and Pirate and Val on, and all four of them do it, and they're hilarious. They're hilarious. Now, they might talk about somebody that you agree with, but maybe just, because we don't all have to agree. We all don't have to like the same people or dislike the same people. Just wait a minute. The subject will change and we'll be on to something funny. But yeah, they are hilarious. And Shannon, Savage is going through some real life crap where Dolly Vision told his little turtles, TURDLES. Sorry if anybody hears a turtle. This is my opinion of him. But he put on his Facebook page, I need all the information. And he put Savage's real name and her husband's real name. And he said about her whole family. She has a three-year-old granddaughter that's included in her whole family. Well, his little turtles, TURDLES, came back, and I have screenshots of it. I'll post them if you want me to. If I can share my screen, I'll show you now. But his little turtles are just like the little lion tigers. They came back, and they not only posted Savage's information, Savage's daughter's information, his aunts, his uncles, her husband Joe's, everybody's. They posted all this information right there in the chat. So it wasn't even done in a back chat. It wasn't even done in a Mean Girls chat. The fools posted it right out there on the chat. Knowing Dolly's past history, which I can prove that he has, and Mo knows, 3 assaults on a woman that he's been convicted of. One, he was found that one was dismissed, not found guilty. 3 convictions and 1 dismissed. I mean, just not prosecuted, I think. It might have been dismissed. I don't think it was not guilty, but I want to be credible, so I'm not sure on that. He didn't get charged anyway. I mean, he didn't go to jail, but he did go to jail for one of them. Then, with his own words in his own video, he said he was outside of this bar one night and somebody said something about a hippie and he didn't like hippies. Anyway, he gets into a fight with this girl and his own words, I grabbed that. He might not have said bitch, but I think he said bitch. And I squeezed her neck so hard till she turned purple and gurgle. Why? Because she grabbed his hair. Now, this isn't me making stuff up. This is something he said in his own words. I have the video. I don't just have the clip. I have the entire video. So you can see I didn't take it out of context because I don't do that. You could go watch him say it in his own words. Okay. We've seen that violence. I mean, we see that for our own. We've seen how violent he was to Aileen down there. Like, the way he talked to her. One woman all by herself. He verbally assaulted her. And the next day, he physically assaulted her. Battery. I mean, assault is the easier word to say than battery, but it was battery. We've seen it with our own eyes. Now he's going to tell you, look up fighting words. Fighting words do not give you the permission to rip a bullhorn out of her hand. You can walk away from fighting words. And the fighting words she said, she was talking about Dolly's RSO brother. Dolly was out front of a missing child's house telling the grandmother that she killed the baby. And Aileen went down there by herself against everybody. And she was saying, you know what, people? You're not perfect either. That's all she was doing. She wasn't near him. He could have turned and walked away. He had options to walk away. There was 4 or 5 other people around. His first story was that he said she was going to hit people with the bullhorn. Well, he says that ain't going to fly now, so he's going to change it to fighting words. But anyway, you're going to jail, Dolly, for that. I don't know about anything else, but I know you're going to jail for that because we have it on camera. It's not he said, she said. You're going to jail for that. So we've seen that with our real life. In addition to, he has harassed Mo. He has harassed Avery. So much to the fact, and Avery's autistic child, I think she's autistic, I must say that, but she has a disabled child, that Avery has papers waiting for him in Arkansas. Savage has papers waiting for him in Virginia. He just has to answer his damn door. Answer the damn door, Dolly. He won't answer the door. And you know what? If his brother had a funeral, she's going to have them papers served at his brother's funeral. Absolutely 100% acceptable in my opinion. But anyway, Mo said, Virginia, oh, it's going to be a good one today. You don't want to miss it. Good. Yeah, that's Savage's. So, and you know what all this real life crap goes for? It's because people like Ernie and Dolly can't handle people saying things about them on YouTube. If you're a public figure out here on YouTube, especially when you're a public figure out here doing foul shit, people are going to say something about you. So deal with it. But no, what is that word that all the triggered twats say? They got their fifis hurt. Ernie gets his fifis hurt. Nicolina gets her fifis hurt. Dolly gets his fifi hurt. And they go real life. They try to intimidate you online when you laugh at them and say that ain't going to work because just keep it online. Then they go to false striking you. When they don't win that way, then they get more pissed, and that's how this shit grows. It starts with they can't handle it. If you want this shit to end, my advice to you is stop doing foul shit on the internet. Stop saying you rescue children. Stop saying that you're putting out maps to people's house. Stop saying you're a troll. Stop messing with this right now. I'm thinking about it. Nicolina came to YouTube. She said, remember what I said, that she has to have a cause to champion, or she has to have a reason to troll. So she's seen Ernie Shell's a way to come here and cause shit and be justified for doing it. But now she's his friend. So again, like, this is how I started my life. Again, what is it, Nicolina? Did you really come to champion that cause because Ernie Shell needs to be stopped? Ernie Shell hasn't stopped. Ernie Shell hasn't changed. So why are you now over there kissing Ernie Shell's ass? All you people like Redstone, that I just found out about last night, all you people that came here to expose Ernie Shell because the foul shit he does. Ernie Shell hasn't changed. Ernie Shell hasn't done anything different. Ernie Shell's continued to do what he has always done. Now you're all our friend, Jamie. Now you're his friend. BDAC, are you next? That just tells me that the reason you came here and the reason you say you're here isn't the reason you say you're here. You can't have it both ways. John Deere Girl said, I got to go to the bank and check about my credit card. Never ever had issues until I started giving memberships. Oh my gosh. That's horrible, John Deere Girl. Let us know how it works. Yeah, because I don't know. I think YouTube is pretty secure. I don't think there's any way that like haters could get your memberships. I just don't think there is, but you know, I don't know, might be something going on. Let us know how that works, John Deere Girl. Because I know you're a big supporter of a lot of channels. Kentucky said, no Ubers in Harlan, only taxi cabs. Okay, well, let's get those flyers. I need to make a flyer. If somebody wanted to do it for me, that would, because, you know, I have probably ADD so bad. I got everything to do and I never get anything done. I still got to call Ernie's employers and I still got to work sometime today and a bunch of things. But somebody wanted to make up a flyer with just facts. I mean, I don't really want it to look comical. Like we don't need no bars or anything on it, but just a picture of Ernie. Like he looks like normal Ernie Day Ernie, you know, skinny little old Ernie. And then definitely have to have the hat in there because I think he would wear the hat. And you might put that other flat hat that he wears. I don't know what they're called, but that one flat hat. He likes to wear that too. So I'd put that on there. And maybe one with his face mask. They would know his voice more than anything. Maybe put something on there about call this number to hear a clip for his voice, because his voice will give him away first. But if somebody can make that poster up and make it, you know, digital to where people can print it off and just get those out to, you know, he's in 3 places. He's in New York, Kentucky. I don't think he'd be Kentucky. I think he's scared shitless to step in Kentucky. I really do. But, or Georgia. Or hell, even Arkansas. Let's just go with Arkansas. We know he's not in Arkansas. But then again, he might be reverse psychology. No, Ernie's not going to take that chance. He ain't going to take that chance saying where he's at. So he's not in Arkansas. But Kathy said, hi all. I was there for ES and got blocked. I seen your comment, Kathy. I got it screen recorded. When you say it loud like that, it is kind of mind-blowing. I know tattoos in your heart. It is. See, when I first started doing this, and oh, I wish I could screen share. Okay, so I started doing this with Ernie. I'm at 18%. I started doing this with Ernie. I went to the Special Forces of Liberty website, which is the one that Alicia went to. If you go to the Special Forces of Liberty website, you will see that that is a credible site. That is, and you look through the people there, those are credible people. Except for Chris Seaver. I'm not going to say Chris Seaver isn't credible. Chris Seaver did sue to marry his laptop. But he's being a smartass. He also sued Apple by saying that Apple got him addicted to porn. I don't know what the exact site was, but I'll give you the one that my son used when he was in junior high. If you go to whitehouse.com, back when my son was in junior high, which is probably the 90s, it's a porn site. The White House site is whitehouse.gov. So Chris Seaver is saying that he went to some website by mistake and got the wrong one, and he's seen porn. And he said he'd never seen porn before. And by seeing that website, that got him addicted to porn and it ruined his life. And he tried to sue Apple. Now, I guess, because he's a lawyer, I guess that's legit. I guess you could make that leap. I guess you could. I don't think he won. I read the court case. I don't think he won. But just tells me that Chris Seaver might be a bit off. So anyway, I go to that Special Forces of Liberty. Special Forces of Liberty is associated with human trafficking and, I can't remember the name of the group now. But if y'all remember me talking about it. So I go to that group and I was like, did you verify Ernie Shell's references? And the response I got back was just as goofy as Ernie Shell. So I get a hold of another guy from Special Forces of Liberty who is a legit guy, who listened to me and who I did record, but I forgot to get the permission of him saying I can record it on record. So I don't have that. So I don't want to play the recording because I don't have proof that I got permission, and I probably need to call him back. What he said, I said, dude, do you see this as concerning? Because this Chris Seaver or Ernie's, or one of the two is running this website, and they're telling me, someone that's checking his references, that he is a super soldier and that he did bend steel with his own hand. Bend steel, Superman. You see a theme there? The guy told me that he bent steel with his own hands. So I'm thinking, this is Ernie Shell behind here. And that's what Jimbo said. Jimbo said, Ernie, you're talking to Ernie Shell. Well, Ernie Shell would have had to have access to that website. So anyway, I call this other guy that's legit. His name's John, and I forgot his last name. I'll look it up. And I said, what did I say? I said, do you see this as concerning? And he said, yeah. And he goes, well, what I need you to do is, can you message Chris and tell Chris that maybe we don't want to be associated with this Ernie Shell because, of what he's done. I said, sure, I'll do that. So I messaged Chris, not on this website. I messaged Chris at his I text him, nothing from Chris. So that tells me that Chris and this Ernie are two peas in a pod. So I call this John back and I said, hey, I contacted this guy and he really didn't give a shit. And he goes, yeah, I know. Chris he's really concentrated right now on getting this legislation passed. He's probably not going to worry about it. Well, my thought to you, John, is, and Chris, your credibility is shot. I don't care how busy you are. If you have Ernie Shell on your website, which they still do, he is supposed to be the contact for Kentucky. He is on the run. And they still got him listed. This legit website has him listed. It's called Special Forces of Liberty, if you want to Google it. They still have him there. And if I'm sure maybe Chris will think, oh my God, she's just one of them trolls that's going to cause Ernie trouble. Well, dude, you know what? Not only trolls talk about Ernie. People with legit concerns about Ernie that you can verify have concerns about Ernie. So if you're going to co-sign Ernie Shell's bullshit and you're saying that you're human trafficking and child rescuing too, you're just as scary as Ernie. That really worried me. Here we got not only Ernie, but we got a lawyer running a website that isn't Ernie or that is co-signing Ernie's shit, which made me think, how many more child rescue groups are out there scamming people? Because what better grift than to say you're rescuing children and not have to prove that you rescued children because it's confidential? And not only scamming that scares you, what better way to traffic children than to say you're rescuing children? If you get caught with children, all you got to say is, I'm a super secret soldier and I'm rescuing these children. Virginia said, I drink my morning coffee with Vinny G. He's a fantastic man. Yeah, and he's funny too. And he plays music, and it's just chatting in there. It's lighthearted. But, does anybody see where, people think I'm making a big deal over or nothing, but does anybody understand the huge ramifications that it might be? Like if I was an investigative reporter for 60 Minutes, what if somebody did a deep dive, and I made a deep dive on all the Rescue Our Children? And I know some people in here like Tina, but Tina is Predator Hunter Nation. She says you rescue children. She's batshit crazy too. She said that her competition was eating human meat, and she wonders why she has drama in her hometown. I wish I could find a real life investigative reporter that could take a look at our receipts and see that I'm not just so much concerned about Ernie Shell. It's just that I can't save the whole world and I can't do all these people on YouTube. But do you see the bigger picture of what could really be going on with these Rescue Our Children groups? They don't have to answer to anybody because they say their missions are secret. But to me, nobody should be rescuing children unless it's law enforcement. And when you ask these rescue our children groups, well, why don't law enforcement rescue them? And they'll say, well, so, sometimes the law has, these guidelines they have to go by. They have to do such and such and such, and I can understand that. So they say they send us in. But dang, there is a reason why law enforcement has those guidelines. And if you're doing that, the least you should be able to do is show me your credentials for doing that. Ma'am, I worked from Ford County Sheriff Department for the last 30 years. While I was at Ford County Sheriff Department, I attained this skill, this skill, this skill. And I should be able to call Ford County Sheriff Department and verify it. Ma'am, I was trained in hand-to-hand combat by General Flynn himself. Here's General Flynn's number, or here's a contact number. This will tell you the time I was in school with him. This will tell you, so you can verify it. I did executive protection specialist for Bob Hope during these years. This is the human resource department. This is the guy I worked under. This is how you get a hold of him. So at least, hey, Rap, so at least you can get a hold of somebody and you can verify it. The minute you can't verify these fools, it should be everybody's concern. Everybody on YouTube should be concerned that Ernie Shell says he rescues children. And he's already put out his persona out there. So now, even if he comes back, he says, okay, I'm not going to rescue children anymore. I'm not going to rescue children anymore. He's already put it out there. He's already got these people thinking that. And he can't go a day without saying about his six-pack abs. Yes, Rap, we do miss you. Little G says, Connie, that is my kind of petty today, Queen. Send that miracle my way, please. You make me, I know, my PG karma. Man, I didn't really think about it when it went live, but I think I did my first live, and I was like, holy shit. And you know how you say the most inappropriate word when you don't want to say it the most? I mean, like, say you're next to a black man and you never say the N-word. You never say the N-word. But for some reason, that N-word will come out when a black man's there and you're like, I don't say that word. I do not say tooken. I have never said tooken in my life. Just the day before yesterday, I was talking to Angel. Angel Talks Too Fast on her channel. We were laughing about the word tooken. I was giving PG, I was, talking behind her back, but I was giving shit about tooken. And I'll be damned if yesterday I said tooken. I don't use that word. Why did I say tooken? It's my karma. It's my karma. Yes, General Awareness, we do miss you. Touches in your corner says, yep, take care of each other. Like I said, I can't blame him for taking a break. I can't blame Sarah. I can't blame Sarah and Alicia for taking a break. Although them trigger twats will say that, see, we won. We're running them off YouTube. No, you're not. You're not winning anything. To win, you would have to put out worse information about us than you have about yourself. So far, you haven't proved that anybody stole from their employer or hacked anything or all that stuff with the LLC that you did. And so far, nobody here has given up a full ride scholarship to Michigan University for their children. Not just one child. Damn it, PG. Children. To troll. Good job, Ernalina. Good job. Now, you might have had a leg to stand on if you said, I was fighting. I gave that up for the children because I was out in Ernie Shell. But you're kissing Ernie Shell's ass now. So you're exposing yourself, ma'am. You didn't do anything, but you came to troll. That's what you did. And because you're a troll, you lost your children's full ride scholarship to Michigan University. And you know how I know that? And I know how that bothers you? Because you're the one that was bitching. These people got me fired from a job where I lost a full ride scholarship for my son. You said it. So I know it bothers you, and it should bother you. It absolutely should bother you. And what's your only defense to that? To be a little Ernalina and say, oh, well, I make $100,000 now. Sure you do, Ernalina. Just like that man with the Brady Bunch. Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. Yeah, George Glass. Sure, Jan. Okay. Nobody believes you. Molly says, yuck, I hate Dolly Vision. Yep. Randomly Ash says, good morning, Constance. Good morning, Ash. Tracy said, me too. Oh my God, what's wrong with our health system today? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. Missed that. Must not involve me. Am I an hour and a half behind still? Argue for us says I wouldn't let him 20 feet for my kid. But desperate people. What if you really are desperate? What if you're Don Wells and you hear that summer's here and the sheriff's department won't listen to you? Well, I've seen Ernie Shell rescues children. So you call Ernie Shell. Now, is Ernie Shell going to be man enough to at least dip out and not answer the phone or say he's busy? Oh, hell no. Ernie Shell, thanks to Lori and all the little lion tigers that blow that smoke up his ass, Ernie Shell thinks he can rescue children. Ernie Shell really thinks that he's got them forearms that Lori draws on him. Ernie Shell really thinks that he is a badass. So is Ernie Shell going to turn down the mission to save the child? No. Ernie Shell's going to take that mission. Sure is. Virginia said, happy early Valentine's Day wrap. It's Smoky Mountain Mama. Yep, we're going to be waiting when you guys decide to come back. We absolutely will. Alicia said, Tracy, it's not the doctor. She's immune compromised in a very severe situation. Yeah, prayers for my mate to Alicia's baby girl. Pretty picture said, Shannon, I hope your daughter play goes well. Your daughter's play goes well. Damn it, PJ, get out of my head. Yeah, Shannon's daughter that helps Shannon do her parodies. Half the joy of watching her parodies is seeing the mother and the daughter make the parody, because they do the outtakes too, where you hear them giggling and laughing. I'm telling you, it's a belly laugh. If I could share my damn screen, we'd watch them. But you go over there and watch them because it's hilarious. And sub up to her too. You got to sub up for no other reason to the weekly episode of The Real House Husbands of Kentucky. And those are Rap, Ernie, Jimbo. Am I missing one? Oh, and Jamie now, I think. Yeah. She ain't going to involve Stinky Brown because he doesn't deserve it, she said. Let's get out of here. If in Arkansas, please find the young girl missing since January. Yeah. Why ain't he doing none of that? Mm-hmm. Mo said, Paisley, that is most definitely not Rap. So Rap isn't in my chat? Rap isn't here? I'm so confused. If someone can verify that's Rap, I'll mod him so I make sure that it is him. ESDAM said, right, someone could use him to actually abduct a child and say the child needed to be rescued. Yes. And then do you think if that happens, do you think Ernie Shell's going to go to the cops and say, hey, dudes, I screwed up majorly. This dude had me go rescue a child and I fucked it all up. You think Ernie Shell's going to turn himself and say that, especially not in Kentucky? He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. And it's scary. The big picture of this crap is scary. Heather said, so if he's saying he had someone go pick her up, why isn't he in jail for kidnapping? Why do the police not know this and stop the search for her? I said it was example, Heather. I said example. I'm just saying it's for example. I wanted to make that clear. I was just saying that was an example. What Ernie is saying is that Summer was sold for a drug debt. He said he got too close to the case. And he got so close to almost getting a confession for Candace. And people are picking on him. The trolls are picking on him. And Biddy's picking on him because he got close to solving the case, which is bullshit. He didn't do nothing but make a mockery out of her case and use it for clicks and views. Nothing. He went to the racetrack and said he found zip ties that were child size. And that he found hairs. And that he found a stuffed animal. And him and Tina found a soft grave. That's the kind of shit that doesn't need to be on YouTube. You could go investigate it, and you can find all that shit you want to and turn it over to law enforcement. But until law enforcement confirms it, you don't need that shit on YouTube. And if you put it on YouTube, you're just doing it for clicks and views. That's the only reason. Mo said, check out Savage Live Media tonight at 8 p.m. for Messy Monday. Yep, it's funny. Praise said, missed you with that 911 bullshit. Like Fish Crank, you're dedicated. You're detected by Arby's intelligence. Yes. Yeah, and anybody that thinks that Roger Brown didn't make that SWAT, and I will call it a SWAT call to wraps. You need your head examined completely. Let's scroll up here and see the comments. JP, our YouTube lawyer, said, I'm in and out, y'all. Just kind of ugh about all this. Yeah, I can see where people are ugh about this. And I hate to say this because y'all have your own mental health limit. But what Nicolina's doing right now is she's trying to get us to go away. So if we go away, that emboldens her. That blows smoke up her ass. That makes her think that she's bigger. See, I did get her to go away. But I can't blame you all if you want to go away. I can't, because it's up to you. Yeah, I am way behind. It is up to you. But just know that, it's just up to you. But what she's doing is she's trying to run people off. So if people run off, then if nothing else, she's getting a tickle in her panties about it. She thinks she's something. So I hate to see anybody leave. I would love for everybody to stand up there and say, bitch, we ain't going nowhere. We didn't go nowhere. A good thing about Savage and Pirate and Shannon and Val? They've been on here since 2016. They've done Rode This Ride. They've been through all this shit. They've been through the doxing. They've been through this and that, So people, when they say something about people and they're like, well, we're going to come for you like this, they've been through it. So they know how to handle it. And Savage has handled it. She's handled it in the court. General Werner says, wow, I see I'm being blamed for being, are you for real? That's crazy. Skern Dog has been nothing but a pathological liar the entire he's been on these YouTube streets and longer. He needs banned. It's what he needs. Yeah, but YouTube don't seem to care, and he has been banned. But he's just like a roach. He comes back. For trash, he comes back, and so us roaches are going to eat him. Are you for real? Says, believe me, I ain't silly enough to wear a marshmallow on my damn head. Queen Ash says, general awareness, I'm about to email you. Misty Dania says, so you're saying that there aren't restaurants serving human meat? I don't think there are, Misty. I mean, according to Tina, her competition in her little tiny town did. But, yeah. Then she wonders why she had drama in her hometown. Honey Bunny says, general awareness, when you come back, we need to hear that laugh. Yep, that's true. Truth hurts. The stand and wraps numbers haven't fallen. That's for sure. No, they've grown. They've grown. And you can see, if you go to the website Playboard, I don't know if it's .com or not, but just push in Playboard and YouTube, or push in Playboard, Nicolina, Nickalina 777. Playboard will come up in your Google search and click on it. It tells you right there. Views, subscribers, and super chat money. You can tab on each individual one. And Ernalina's numbers have gone down. And on top of gone down, she hasn't got any new subscribers. Same thing with, you can't check Ernie's because, he hides his channel. When it's not hidden, you can probably channel. But yeah, you can check that out and see. There's another one called Social Blade. You can go on Social Blade and see the same thing. It's a website that tells you every YouTube content creator's estimated earnings, subscriber count, lives, and it'll tell you like gained 100 subs, lost 100 subs, gained 100 subs. In my opinion, and I don't know if I'm right at all, but when I see 100 subs gained and then 100 subs lost, to me that's YouTube's bot picking up the bot subs, but I might be wrong. And Rash said, oh, I know, Misty, there's a meat company doing this very thing. I'll see if I can find the name. Be right back. Paisley, no, I don't think we've heard from the Liberators yet. Sweet Rock Robin says, I'm so beyond Mama Tia and how long she's gone. She's a huge disappointment, too, for God for redemption. She is. She is. You know what? She said last night in, I don't know whose chat it was, but somebody screenshot it. I think Kevin's Baby or Sugar Pie, Honey Bun, where she said, I didn't mean for it. Crazy Fish said, I hope the subs are on clearance. Yeah, they will be. I don't know whose chat she was in, but Mama T says, I didn't mean for it to go this far, but all you people had to do was leave me alone. So you're okay with all this shit going on, Just because someone talked bad about you, Mama T, you know what? If someone was doing this on my behalf, I would tell them fucking stop. I am a strong enough woman. I could take care of my own shit. For one, I don't need you doing anything on here, and I damn sure don't need you doxing people and getting people fired in my name. If I want to do that, if I want to dox someone, I want to get them fired, that's on me and I'll do it. I don't need you doing it. But see, that's because that's not what it's about. It's not about defending Mama T. Mama T, it's not about defending you. You know, she's using you as a cause to champion, just like she does Izzy. I'm here defending Izzy. I'm here defending Mama T. Because it's less effective as a troll if she just goes out to a thing and trolls a random chat. She don't get that trigger that she needs that, makes her panty buzz. No, she's got to get the big effect of someone being triggered. Ha ha, see how triggered. She don't care if she lies about you. She don't care what she does. She don't care what she does. As long as she sees you, raise your voice. Raise your voice or act like it concerns you. So that's why I implore everybody. Am I using the right word, implore? Or is this another PG karma? I implore anybody out here, if she does call your job, or if she does dox you, or whatever she does to you, do not let it be known that it bothers you. Because she doesn't care about anything but seeing it bother you. If you get mad, if you raise her voice, if you call her a bitch, if you get any kind of reaction at all, she's won. That's all she wants to do is trigger you. Her whole game is not about right fighting. It's about triggering. It's all about triggering. And she said it before. I'm so glad I can trigger. And her other thing is, Mo says, Constance, I love your lives. You're a very good talker and great at it. I know it's why my name is Constance Sue has something to say. It's because one night it was some shit going on with BHB and Crude AF, and nobody was live. Blair wasn't live. Savage wasn't live. Shannon wasn't live. Bert Toast wasn't live. And I was like, somebody go live. I got something to say. I want to say something. That's how I got my name. If I change it, if Angel ever leaves YouTube, I'm taking Angel's name. Constance talks too fast. Angel says Angel talks too fast. Now I forgot what the hell I was talking about. But yeah, don't let her see you triggered. Don't let her see you sad. Don't say you're deleting your channel. If you delete your channel, just delete it quietly. Don't give her what she wants. She's wanting that trigger, even if it's just a little trigger. And the other thing, which I got to work on myself because it's hard not to do, what she's doing is a little Ernalina thing too. If she don't have information to put out about you, she'll put out false information, knowing that you'll put the information out there for her. So you did her work for her. See, like last night, she said she put out my credit info. I was like, I don't give a shit. But then when someone said, hey, she's not allowed to have your credit info, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's right. Well, I have Credit Karma and I have Credit Sesame both. And I would have got an alert because I get an alert that anytime my credits ran. Well, I didn't get an alert. So she's full of shit. What she was wanting me to do, she was wanting me to go, bitch, you're lying. See, here's my credit score. And then if my credit score isn't stellar enough, then I did her work for her. See, I got the dumb bitch to put out her credit score. I didn't even have to. No, you're going to work for my information from now on. And that's how everybody should be. If she puts out something from you, like Kipper says, I know it's hard to do. And I've done it myself. But ignore her. Because 90% of the time, it's wrong. And we all know it's wrong. And anybody that's with her knows how she does. You can't tell me that them little triggered twats over there don't know that Ernie does this. If we're smart enough to see it, they're smart enough to see it. I mean, they see it more than we see it. So they know how she is. Oh, she's just, or she's just lying to trigger people. Well, then when you get sick of the drama and then you wonder, and she's still in the drama, you're like, well, hey, nobody's reacting to her bullshit and she's still doing it. Well, then, if you're sick of the drama, you don't stay. Unless you're worried about her doing it to you, which I can understand. I'm at 12%. Are you for real? Says, I think Constance is one of the very few creators with any damn sense in her head. Oh, sometimes sometimes I don't. Like yesterday, yeah, guilty. And y'all, I'm thankful that y'all said, hey, your circle's like blowing the fuck up off the screen here. I do tend to get loud, especially when I'm trying to make a point or I know I'm right or I got something to say and people are talking over me. And I had to be all Crimes and Fashion said, don't say COVID. Well, let's just test that out. I'm going to say COVID. I'm going to test that out. Let's just say COVID and see what happens. I don't know if that's a rumor, but we'll try it. And I am that freaking far behind. But yeah, so reel me back in. Everybody, I really want you to say, Connie, calm down. You're just way too loud. Just way too loud. Thank you. I'm going to miss good comments. That's why I'm behind. And I talk too much. Connie talks too much, maybe. So I hope I don't miss any good comments. And, like I said, my memberships are off right now, but I do have the Cash App, $ Connie KR with a small KR, big C, everything else is small. Now, I highly expect, I ain't going to say it because I ain't going to give them any ideas, but I'll just shut up about that. But it's $ big C, ONNIE, little KR, all one word. That's my Cash App. If you want to support me today, if you don't, if you want to, if you don't, you don't. I'm not out here, I'm not any cause to be championed by. If it's your last $5, don't give it to me. Just if you got money and you think that, throw me a few bucks, I don't care. Or you don't, that's fine too. It don't matter to me. What I really don't want to do is miss all these comments. Judo said, General Runners, if you got footage of me drumming, could you put in a nice little video? Yeah, that'd be great. Judo was a drummer. General Runners, your next island should be an island for good people. That's a good idea. Oh, please, Constance, that resume had no contact info. Yeah, that's right. No contact. But you know what? Are you for real? I looked it up, and seems today that's how resumes are made. Because I looked it up because I was going to make a video to show Ernie how to make a resume. And it seems today that you don't put the contact information on. I guess the thought is you go through the first, like, if you put in a resume and they get a stack of resumes, they're going to go through them. And if they say you work for General Flynn, okay, they're going to throw it aside. And then if they call you in for a second interview, that's where they're going to ask you for General Flynn's number. To me, that sounds like a double step. I don't know. I would just rather have the information there where I can contact it there instead of calling dude in again. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for it, but I guess that's let's see more. Hi, country girl. I didn't see you, but hello. There's country girl. Are you for, oh my God, am I clear back to opening a freaking email? Guys, I hope I don't miss your comments, but everybody said it drives me crazy. I'm switched clear down here to new comments. And so I see Jackie Boo, hello, Virginia. Sugar Pie Honey Bun, I stand with the stand. Who else is up here? Chasing Justice. Her little tiger series. Oh, you want to know another tiger funny? Voices Behind the Shit put out like a little story time of Lightning Tiger. It's like a little book. That's awesome. You need to check that out too. Chasing Justice. If Constance doesn't want your money, you can give it all to me. Yep, Chasing Justice is another good cause. I picture it like we're strippers. I would love it if all of us that creators that talk, I think it would be just cool as hell to see like a whole bunch of people just giving $1 super chats or $1 cash apps, just $1, just like, hey, here's a tip, like tipping us like that. I mean, the big super chats are awesome and great, but it's just like a street performer, like having a hat out there, just throw some change in there. Just the fact that, to seeing the small support, but you don't have to. But that's the movement I would like to see. I would like to see, like when we go into chat, if you can afford it. If you can't, do not feel bad about it. Because there's people that can't afford it. Like I can't afford it. There's sometimes I can afford it, but there's sometimes I can't. But there are people out here that can't afford it. And it's easier to throw $1. And you know what? I've even seen people say, Well, I would have super chatted $1 or $2, but I don't want people to think I'm cheap, because people make fun of me. Hell no. I think that it'd be nothing greater than to see, okay, look, there's 133 people in here. Say 133 people throw 99-cent super chats out. Now, here's where I do agree with PG somewhat. I don't mind the money going to my Cash App by all means if you want to do that. But I do believe that the super chats are the legit way to go, because you know what? Without this platform, without YouTube giving me the platform, I couldn't have something to say, and I sure couldn't get paid for saying it. So I have no problem with YouTube taking their, I don't know what, 50% or 30%. I have no trouble. It's like the Glare said, anytime if you play in a band, you got to play the house where you play. You can't just walk into somebody's bar and play and get all the money. They host the bar, so you got to pay the bar. Now, PG will turn it into what she says is, the Bible says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and give unto God what is God's. And so she relates it like, so give unto PG what is PG's, and give unto YouTube what is YouTube's. Okay, I guess you can stretch it that far. But I'd have no problem. Everybody blames YouTube for this, a pain in the ass. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would get zero money, but more than anything, I wouldn't have nowhere to say something. I wouldn't have, I'd be over here telling my family the shit that they don't give two rats about it. I'm like, Ernie Shell said today, and they're like, what? And I got to tell them. And, it's just like, go into the police department. Okay, see, I've lived here, my whole life. So I know most of the police officers, except for the new ones, come on. But I've known, the families around here forever. So imagine me. Okay, I go in there, and I'm not going to say the officer's name because I would doxy, but because we know each other, and I know it's going to make this less painful. I'm like, hey, I want to let you know something. I'm on YouTube, and I have a clip channel that kind of exposes scammers and exposes liars. And because I didn't want to have to live in fear of having my name out there all the time, I just put my name out there and my town, which in turn could probably generate a call, somebody being a troll. And I don't know if you know what a troll is, but a troll's a pain in the ass, just wanting to cause problems. This is exactly how this went. They're going to call you and they're going to say, I need a wellness check. And then you're going to come to my house. They think that's going to be embarrassing for me. Now, I don't want you to ignore any wellness check, because I might need a wellness check. But what I want you to do is document that number really good, question that number really good while you're on the way to my house. And don't come guns a-blazing. You can have your guns ready, because I don't want you to fear me, but just know that this is what this might be. Also, they might do what they call is not a SWAT, but it really is a SWAT. They'll call you and say, hey, there's domestic violence going on over here, and I want to be anonymous, but you need to go over there, and it's emergency now. Now, I've never had a domestic violence call at my house here. And I've lived here in this current house 12 years. So please know that I'm not saying there might not be a domestic violence call at my house that you need to come to, but just know more than likely it's not just come prepared. If you come, just know that it's probably bullshit. Please document the call really well. Keep the caller on the line long enough to get the information in, because I'll file charges. And they're like, what's this about? And I'm looking like a nut at that point. Well, dude, I don't know how to explain it to you, except that I'm on YouTube to expose scammers and liars. And when you expose scammers and liars, that makes them mad. And when they get mad, they do stupid shit like call in swatting calls, thinking it's funny. I just want to let you know to be prepared for that. That's all I'm saying. And they're like, oh, okay. Because he was understanding doesn't make me walk out of there any less. Oh my fucking God, I was so embarrassed. Okay, it's a hard call to make. But Chasing Truth says $1 works for me. I'm not picky. Right, Chasing. And doesn't that make you smile? I mean, I don't need money or affirmation. Am I using the right word? I don't need the money, but I think it would just be cool to just make it a habit of, if you can afford it. When we're sitting in Rap's chat, Jimbo's chat, Benny's chat, Chasing's chat, Voices behind this shit's chat. Anybody's chat that you like. If you like what they're saying, like if I'm a street performer and you like what I'm playing, I think it would just be cool to start a movement where everybody just throws $1. I don't know. We don't have to do that. I'm just saying I have a dream, but you don't have to. Strange Cloud says, yeah, but I'm not giving my money away like somebody. Yes, yes. And absolutely do not, if you're just new and you're hearing somebody, do your research. Anybody can be a good talker. Like Ernie Shell's a damn good talker. He could be a preacher and win souls to Jesus if he was just honest about it. He absolutely could. Excuse me, a hiccup. But make sure you're giving to the good people. But you don't even have to give to the good people on YouTube, because you're probably better off giving to the good people in your own community. Strange Cloud says, $50 super chat. Strange Cloud, I have seen Ryan Upchurch give Dolly Vision, a $500 super chat. Come on now. You know how Dolly Vision repaid Ryan for giving him a $500 super chat and free concert tickets? Allegedly. I don't think allegedly. I believe it happened, but I'll say allegedly because it's the right thing to do. Allegedly, Dolly Vision assaulted his mod of 5 years, who was a beautiful 54-year-old woman that didn't want to have anything sexual to do with Dolly. She went down there to have fun. I mean, she lives there, I guess, and she just, she hosted him being down there at the Upchurch concert. That's how he paid back Upchurch. He sexually assaulted a woman, allegedly. And if you want to hear her story, go to the channel. If somebody wants to drop this link, it's the channel It's a Mood, and look for the video that says Tennessee Victim Speaks Out. I think it's something like that. There's many of them on there. And you can hear her story. Okay, I'm at 10%. I probably should end this because I'm so far behind. Thank you for everybody coming. I guess the summary of this video is, Ernie Shell, you're still full of shit. You're still a fugitive, and you still haven't proven any of your credentials. And people that say Ernie Shell don't have to prove shit to you. Okay, he don't. You have to prove shit to somebody. Because you say you're rescuing our children. And our children are the most precious, fuck PG. Our children are the most precious resource we have. And it is all of our jobs to do our due diligence, to investigate, and to keep on top of anybody that says they rescue our children. I should not have to fight to verify your credentials if you say you rescue children. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Sorry I got so far behind. I'm sorry if I missed some good comments. That's why I get far behind, because y'all, I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to myself. I want to chat with you. But because, we have good chatters, and because I chat too much, I miss comments. Johnny said, I think when you get hated on, you're doing something right. I can see that. But then again, Ernie gets hated on. He ain't doing a damn thing right. He ain't doing a damn thing right. Nope, nothing. Anyway, Dr. Light says, surprising thing is that Predator Hunter Nation isn't too. Tina, sorry, not being a troll. I read them naming you too. Yes. Tina has some good points, and I always liked Tina. But then when I heard the human meat thing, and then she still already screwed her for $5,000. Well, not so much her. I think she's about in it for $1,000. But he screwed off her money. He said he's going to be an honorable man and show up to court. She believed him because she thought, he's a super soldier. He's a right fighter. He's in it fighting the good fight. Jackie Blue, that's not the right one. The right one is $ Connie, CONNIEKR. That's the right one. Stacy said, Constance Sue has 777 triggered. I love it. it's Connie. It's, like nobody except for like my family and everybody calls me Connie. So they didn't call me Connie. So that's why my Cash App's in Connie, not Constance, but it's capital CONNIEKR. But thank you for trying to do that. Ernie will make a perfect cult leader. He sure would. Your eyes and your ears will deceive you, but your God-given heart will lead you. Yes, sir, you're right. My heart's going to lead me. I'm going to ignore everything I see and everything I hear. And I'm just going to follow my heart, Ernie Shell, because you have such a cool Southern voice and you got cute dimples and you say at all costs. Yeah. Y'all think he talks like that all the time? No. You're going to be heartbroken when you meet Ernie Shell in person. I'm talking way too much. I got 9%, but this brings me to another point. Can you understand how sad it must be to be Ernie Shell? To know that you're not, to personally know, to know in your heart, to know deep in your heart, you are nothing like what you say you are. Nothing. And then to meet a woman knowing that you have catfished her, not only with looks, but career, everything, nothing about you is real. Can you imagine how hard it is for Ernie Shell to meet new people, to be accepted for Ernie Shell? Because nobody that he's met has he met as Ernie Shell. He's met it as some fake lion tiger. That has to eat on you. You know, secrets keep you sick, Ernie. Secrets keep you sick. And I'm pretty sure how all this started was somebody said you'll always be a failure and you'll never be nothing. And you don't want to put the work in, so you build yourself as to be this fake something. But the fact is, all your family and all your friends and everybody, they still know you're nothing. They might still love you and they might still, ignore your shit. But deep down inside, they know you're nothing. So my advice, Ernie, really, my advice has always been to you. Be something. Be a real something. Be you. Just be you. Just go out and be Ernie Shell. Don't tell anybody about no secret soldier chip in your head, Stranger Things, General Flynn, rescue children. Don't say none of that. Just be Ernie Shell and go out and do Ernie Shell reality. Those videos you made with Lisa were entertaining and fun. You could have made it entertaining and fun when you were with Alicia and not lied about it, but you lied. For your own mental health, for your own sanity, and just, can you imagine what it's like to not have any place to call your home? You don't have nothing of your own. You are at the not the beck and call. What's the word where at any minute shit can be snatched away from you? You don't have a home where you could say, "Hey, bitch, you leave. This is my home." To have that weigh on your mind and to know you're not what you put out that you are, and to know that you always got to keep these secrets and you always got to keep up this fake facade. You cannot just be you. And Ernie Shell, if you have found Tristan, that you can be you, if you really have found Tristan, you are an absolute fool to be on YouTube. An absolute fool, because you should have taken what you found and ran with it and built your life from there. But you won't. You won't. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate everyone. And I'm sorry if I talk too much and I don't get to all the comments. But I love y'all. Thanks for being here. And meet me at Savage's tonight for her live and have some fun. Because I'm not near as funny as them girls are. Chasey just said, someone popped in Ern's chat using Bombshell's pick, but a different name, and said she's raising the reward to 5,000. I don't know. Bombshell can't have, she has to scam for her own money. I don't believe that. But anyway, Dr. Like, thanks for responding. I've been trying to get some of the attention about THC for 2 years. Please really need to follow him. Yeah. We'll have to do a whole big thing on just child rescuers in general. But if I keep reading the comments, we're going to keep talking. I'm at 8% and I'm going to go. I love you all. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.